with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dell Futurist Valorant Gaming Tournament powered by Alienware in association with Team Liquid. It's going to be your boy Aggressive, once again joined by Kirito. We are back here on the desk on the second day, and hey, it's going to be just as exciting as day number one, hopefully. Yesterday, we had a set of 3 games spanning out through the entire series. But now, we have an entire set to show you. This is going to be a match of Godparticles going up against FS Esports, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these squads, they have a lot of history going up against one another, but at the same time, FS, they're going to be one of those rising stars that we really want to highlight as well, because you got to remember something. FS as a roster, they've been constantly improving, and Godparticles, yes, they're showing improvement, but at the very end of the day, they're suffering from a little bit more of a consistency problem, I would say personally, but at the same time, Godparticles. I love this roster primarily due to the nostalgic factor that they bring me, because I still remember when I first started casting Valorant for South Asian scene, it was Godparticles' match. So as soon as I see that name, I'm brought back to my good old days of being a Valorant caster for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, Godparticles. When you see the names there, we have Shivi, we have Scargod, Nightray. These guys, I mean, the names just say it all, don't they? It feels like the all-star team out there that we all love. But on position side, we have FS, and I feel like we shouldn't really underestimate them. Obviously, we have a lot of rising stars in the tournament, and I'm giving them all the benefit of the doubt. But I have a sort of a special place for FS because we never know. We have seen potential from them before, but I'm really hoping to see some really good qualities coming out of them in the Valorant matchup, because obviously this is a tournament, the Dell Futurist Gaming Valorant. This is a tournament where you need to step up every aspect of your game. Okay, whatever tournament you have played in the past, it's been good performance, bad performance, doesn't really matter. The prize in this tournament, it's something that you do not want to let go. And the opportunity that you get, the prize is that you have a chance to meet and have a one-on-one mentoring session with some of the players from Team Liquid, the Team Liquid Valorant team. We're talking Navera, we're talking Scream, we're talking Link, Yampy. I mean, what else do you need? That's a dream come true enough, but it doesn't stop there, guys. The winners are also going to have a chance to have a private tour of the Alienware facility they have.
A virtual tour,
it's a virtual tour, but
it's still a pretty good tour.
It's still good. I mean, come on, it's the Alienware gaming house sort of thing, because it's like this best state-of-the-art facility out there. And I mean, when I saw that video on YouTube that they announced it, and I'm seeing various vlogs from Team Liquid there, it's like, oh my God, that is such a paradise for gamers. It's just, I just want to see that place once in my life. And these players have the chance for that. And they're going to get some exclusive Team Liquid merchandise as well. So definitely the opportunities are there. You do not want to miss them. And what do you need to do to get those prizes? You need to go on, step up your game. Even if you're taking on such an all-star team like Godparticles, even if you had a past history of not really playing consistently, you have to step it up this time, because this is a prize that you don't want to lose. That one-on-one mentoring session might change the whole team for you, might change your whole playstyle, might change your whole perspective on the game. Who knows what you can gain? The possibilities are endless.
Honestly, in the sense where both of these squads, they have so much untapped potential, this one-on-one mentoring session could be what they need to not only become the best in South Asia, but also become one of the best teams in the entire world as well. You never really know, because one experience is all that it takes to change your perspective on life. So why should it be any different inside of the game? It's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I have to thank Team Liquid once more for organizing something like this with Alienware. If it wasn't for them, you not only would have seen a lot of these jazz on your screen, these teams, they would not be competing for not only a pretty massive prize pool of 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs, but still, they wouldn't have this chance to go and meet one of the best teams in the entire world. But for now, we're going to be talking a lot more about Team Liquid throughout the entire day. But we're going to be heading on down over to this map video screen and see exactly where both of these teams are going to be headed instead to try and go up against one another. But I have to say, Kirito, I love this map video screen. The first
Oh,
time I saw this, I
yes.
was like, oh my god, our creatives have outdone themselves at Dell Futurist Gaming.
Well, regardless, we have the first map. It's picked by Godparticles. It's going to be Haven, obviously the infamous three-sided map of Valorant, bringing a twist to the old FPS plant-to-bomb game style. Two sides, nah, that's too boring. Let's go three. And Haven, with that C side there, it's going to be so much more easier for the attackers to move around, confuse the defenders. So I'm expecting a lot of fast plays and a lot of fast rotations there. But the second map, I bet all Valorant fans out there are excited for it. It's going to be Fracture. And FS Esports picked that. I mean, if it was Godparticles, that's one thing, but FS went for that Fracture. I mean, it's interesting to see them go for this new map. I didn't even know this was in the map pool, but yeah, we're gonna be seeing it in action today. And hopefully, if we do go to the third map, that is Ascent, and it's gonna be more of the simple classic Valorant that we all know and love. But overall, this is such a cool map pick coming in from both sides. And as you were saying, that this screen looks really cool. I mean, look at those little glittery things on the left side and right side. I mean,
Look at those glittery things, man. You sound like a 2-year-old who just found out about glitter. He's like, ooh, it's a glittery thing on the sides.
Dude, basically every player here, every team here is gonna be like a 2-year-old when they know a prize pool. I mean, ooh, Team Liquid, oh, they're gonna be all giddy like a child. I'm a giddy like a child. I don't even have part. I'm not even participating. I'm still excited. Hopefully the teams are gonna be excited as well, and hopefully you're excited because I mean, we have Fracture, guys. Come on, how can you not be excited?
FS picking up Fracture, though, it's gonna be a little bit of a questionable part from their end, but I guess if they have a solid game plan for it, then why not? Map number 1, though, being Haven. This is what I really want to talk about, because FS as a squad, they have showcased their potency on the map of Haven, but at the same time, where are their shortcomings as well? When it comes down to them playing as a roster, the main problems that they do have is the fact that they get way too complacent and they just are not able to get a possible adaptation play from their side. Adaptability is one of the key factors of Haven. You need to constantly know when to move around. You need to know exactly when to turn your gears at the proper moments and then just completely take your opposition off guard. But for FS, it's like, okay, they have a solid game plan. They have a solid strategy. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then move on to the next round. We don't know what's up. That's kind of what's happening to FS. Sometimes they show moments of brilliance with Kohli just popping the hell off. But how many times can you even rely on stuff like that? Yeah, Cactus is an incredible player. He can also pop off, but when he's having a bad day, there's nothing really to hold up FS. It feels like they're a tier 3 team pretty much at that point if one of their players are not able to perform. Like, performances of players can vary from day to day. That's perfect. But as a team, your performance should not vary. There should be like a stable thing that you can rely on. For example, you're a tier 1 organization. You're going to be playing at the tier 1 level, but you're not as bad as, like, on your bad days, you're not going to be as bad as something like a tier 2 or a tier 3 team. You need to reach that level. And FS, they're like hovering between that tier 1, tier 2 on their good days, and on their bad days, they go far, far below, man. There's nothing to bring them back from it. And going up against Godparticles, they're one of those teams that we consider to be tier 1 because of their consistency. Yes, they are inconsistent sometimes when it comes down to the raw mechanical skill, but when it comes down to being consistent as a team, they're always there. The communication is perfect, and that's the years of communication that these 3 players have, being Knight Rider, Shivy, and ScarGod. These 3 are best friends, and they've stuck together through the thickest of the things, through every single roster they have gone through. And Ember and Logista, they also showcase so much promise to be a lasting part of this organization. So Godparticles, they're the hometown favorites here to bring this all onto their side. But are they going to be able to do it? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's a question we're going to be finding the answers to as soon as we are ready for the matchup. But yeah, as you were talking about the chemistry, it's such an important part of the game, isn't it? I mean, it just plays into a lot of the other factors in the game, like you said, consistency. Having a good, communication with your teammates, that transfers into that consistency. And obviously, there are so many great teams. Speaking of Team Liquid, that is a aspect of theirs as well, that whenever one of them is having a bad day, or if it's a duelist, it doesn't really matter because there are other teams, other players there to back him up. And overall, it doesn't really feel like, I mean, that a player is playing. Players not having a good day there because they are just so much, tightly knitted as a team. They move so cohesively that it's hard to identify. It's hard to single out that okay, that guy's having day. Let's concentrate our push towards him on his position, and then we can exploit the site, exploit the rest of the team from there. It's not really there. That doesn't really happen with these teams because they just have such a way of improvising themselves whenever one of them is facing those issues, and that having that sort of a quality in your team is definitely what gives you an edge above the others. If you have that, no matter whatever issue you're facing, even if it's a bad day, even if your aim's off, even if you're having 200 ping, a lot of these players have that issue. You will be backed up. You have four other guys to rely on.
Don't bring up the 200 ping problem.
I'm
always gonna go back.
I'm sorry you have bad internet.
No, not because of me. That's not because of me, dude. It's because in a tournament game, I still remember casting one game of FS where they were going up against a squad called Kujpi. There was a guy who constantly had internet difficulties, and somehow he got a clutch against the side of FS. He got disconnected. He came back. B2 tried to shoot him. B2 missed all of his shots, pulled out his classic. He was still not able to kill him. And he came back from the disconnect and somehow got a clutch. And then B2 and his entire squad were just laughing it off. And B2 just fell to the floor on the camera. That's how bad it was, dude.
Those are the moments. Those are the moments, aren't they?
I have PTSD, man. I have PTSD from all of the Valorant games that I've casted.
I mean, you are an OG around here. I am the new guy. Show me around the ropes, so I want you. So, no, we all know Godparticles, obviously. I want to know more about the FS side. What agents do you think each of these players play, and which one should suit them on what how they like to play? Which agent should be the ones that they're going for in this matchup?
Thing about the side of FS is that they have a tendency of switching up their agent combinations quite often. And one of the main problems that I would say is that they're all really good, sufficient fraggers. But then again, there are a couple of problems in the way that they do switch up their agent composition. Like Cactus on the map of Icebox, he switches from being the primary jet player into playing the Killjoy. The fact that he's switching over to a Sentinel, yes, it's really good. He's able to perform. He's able to be that anchor for the side that they need to bring everything back. But then there is an issue with Cortez. Cortez is, in a way, in my eyes, one of the weakest links of FS. When he's having a really good day, Cortez can outshine Cactus easily. But when Cortez is having a bad game, you can see him barely getting 5 kills. I'm sorry to say this, but you need to call it out as it is, because Cortez, as a player, he's absolutely incredible. I love the way that he aims and plays, but on his bad days, he just goes to a point where he's holding FS down. And I'm really hoping that's not the case here. If Cortez is able to perform, they have the best chance of taking down Godparticles, because him on that Phoenix, I can see that he has the markings of a really good Phoenix player, and that's why he picks it up all the time, especially when it comes down to the map of Haven. For FS, they always like to pick up a Phoenix and a Jet. That's like the tried and true tested combination. They don't go in for a double initiator play. But if they go in for a double initiator, they would have a lot more ease of access to a lot of these sites. So FS, they need to make a decision. I don't know if they switched up their strategies. Are they still going to be holding true to their Phoenix pickup? We really need to see as we go into the game, because I'm personally saying double dealers should be coming down from them. And we know for a fact that Godparticles are going to be going for a double initiator competition. We don't even need to think about that. That's what they do. But that's the thing here. What are they going to pick up? How are they going to be moving themselves forward against Godparticles? Because Godparticles, we know what they're capable of, but FS, yeah, they're a good squad, but they have a lot more that they can do.
Yeah, I mean, that is something you definitely need to focus on. Having that agent switch up keep coming, it just affects the way you play. You yourself can feel the changes. If you're playing maybe a controller all day long and you suddenly get into a match, the controller is taken, you have to play maybe an initiator. It will affect your gameplay. You'll get used to it, but on a tournament level, on a professional level, you want to have that consistency. You can't make these decisions left, right, and center. It will definitely mess up your psyche. It'll definitely mess up the way the team chemistry works. So you want to make sure that your game plan is fixed. You want to make sure that agent selection is fixed up. It's good to have that diversity. It's not a bad idea at all. If you have multiple compositions on a map for different kinds of strats, or whatever the case is, like maybe I'm not feeling the duelist today. Maybe Cactus is like, okay, I want to play the jet today. I'm feeling good, and somebody else has to step back. That they should have that
Should not happen.
diversity. But it's such a difficult thing, isn't it? It's hard to find that middle ground, and I feel like FS are definitely struggling with that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe in the future we might see them recover, but we're having some trouble getting to the match. But we
The
will.
players are having a
eventually
little bit
go
of a
in.
technical difficulty.
Yeah, maybe Caster's Curse, maybe mentioning the 200 ping wasn't the best idea, but
Hey, that's your fault. Don't mind.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
You can go to hit
there
Instagram.
is no hard hitting evidence here, aggressive. It's just
Yeah, there's
it's
a
just
hard hitting
rumor.
evidence that as soon as you said it, this is what happens.
No, nobody's gonna blame it on me. We all know Kirito is innocent, but
Yeah, for
Um,
sure
but-
he is. Not like you have a body full of
but-
software.
oh god, come on, you don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But what I am excited about is the fact that we have Fracture on the map today, and Fracture, it's still very new. I'm still not even sure the best agent composition for that map, or I'm not even sure if these players have much experience with Fracture. Maybe they've been scrimming on it or whatnot. But what is the overall? I mean, your agent pick. If you had to make a team, what would be your choice for Fracture?
I'm happy that you asked me this because I have a very, very fixed idea of what the best fracture composition could be.
Oh.
It's a raise. First of all, let's just get the duelist out of the way. It's a raise. It's a raise jet. Or raise or jet. You can be interchangeable if you don't want to play a double duelist composition. A brimstone and a viper. And
Ooh.
so you're gonna ask, why a brimstone and a viper? Now, the thing about this map is that, yes, you can pick up a sentinel if you want to. That's all up to you. I personally say that a sentinel is not that necessary. Because yes, the flanks are always there, but normally how many rotations are you going to be going for? You're going to go and place a couple of tripwires on one specific angle, but the lurker can only hold one single sightline. The sightlines for the flanks are so long and so open that even if you place a turret, or even if you place a tripwire, it's not going to give you as much, but Killjoy is also a really strong pickup here. I would say that Killjoy far outclasses Cypher just because of her lockdown. If you can place a lockdown straight under the B tunnels, or I think it's called kitchen to be exact. If you canteen, yes. If you place it right below the canteen, it completely covers the B side, and there is nowhere that the attackers can hide. Sorry, defenders can hide.
Yeah,
And
that is a
in that
that is a
situation,
strat.
yeah, that is a
A lot of
strategy.
these teams, a lot of the Killjoy players haven't discovered. I feel like I figured it out first time on a comp game. I saw that happen. It's like, where is the lockdown? Why can't I
It's
not
straight
destroy
below
it?
you, man.
It's under you. And okay, what?
Yeah, the only way to counteract this, if you start pushing players from the side of arcade, and if you try to push arcade, there's a high possibility they're just gonna rush into side and then take you out there. There's no way to counteract this unless you have a Sova on your roster or possibly a Breach, and that's why Breach is one of the most sleeper picks that I've ever seen on this map. With a Breach, you can easily take it down just using one of your ability that costs what, 150 credits? You can destroy a Killjoy lockdown with 150 credits, man. That's how good Breach can be on this map. That's why I'm honestly saying that Breach outclasses Sova in a way if you don't want to go in for a double initiator. If you go in for a double initiator setup, though, then I would personally say pick up a Viper. Viper, double initiator, single duelist, and a Killjoy. Best. I would personally say that's the best combination for you on the map of Fracture in my eyes. But what about you?
Again, I mean, the Viper is good, but I sort of have to support that double controller vibe too, because the Viper utility, it's like once you put that wall down, it's a very big piece of cover, isn't it? It helps you could have a lot more control over the map. But it's if you fail to take the side, even after having that Viper, it's stuck there. The wall is gone. You cannot use it anymore. And then pushing into the other side after rotation, or even faking the rotation, it's gonna be really difficult without that controller utility, isn't it? And how much is the Viper mollies and smokes gonna do for you? Not that much. So I prefer maybe the Brimstone pick that you're talking about, the Brimstone Viper. It allows you to have much more control over the map. While defending as well, I guess that allows you to hold on to two sides at once. But I kind of prefer to have a Sentinel there as well. And I feel like that, I mean, Killjoy has that lockdown going for her. But the Cypher, the overall utilities you get each and every round, those are quite huge as well. And I mean, there are so many ways of early flanking down Fracture. I feel like that Cypher tripwire might actually catch out a couple of players off guard, and you might be even holding on to those. I mean, you might be holding on to a cheeky angle, waiting for the tripwire to be activated. And as soon as it is, you go for the peek and take them out. So yeah, I feel like Cypher 2 should be viable there. But yeah, overall, I'm not really sure. I just want to see what these two teams come up with there. But for now, not too much with Fracture. Let's go back to Haven. The agent sections are on our screen. You're going to be seeing them in a little bit as well. But looks like we're going to see double initiators coming out from the side of Godparticles as usual. But for the side of FS, what are they doing here? They're going to be going with the usual
duelist.
double duelist
Just
one.
as I said, double duelist. See,
So-
I'm an amazing analyst.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody had doubts about that. Hopefully, everybody's free to disagree. Just saying. But yeah, they're going to be defending first. I feel like the double duelist composition might help them out on the retakes, but I mean, that just puts so much more responsibility onto Kohli. He's a great Sova, but he really needs to hit those recons and make sure the team has the best opportunity to go in for those retakes.
Yeah, in that sense, I would say that with the double initiator composition, it's a little bit more better for them because double initiator allows for the ease of access. Once again, I'm going to be repeating myself a little bit, but for those who weren't here, double initiator, ease of access. Double duelist, ease of entry for themselves, not for the team. So, in that sense, it's information against raw firepower and aggression. What's going to win is going to be the real question.
It's straight up brains versus bronze, isn't it? The age-old question that we all want the answer to. But yeah, we're going to have first bit of the answer as we start off even. First pistol round is off on the way. And it's going to be Godparticles on the attack. Knight Rider on the jet with the Sovereign Ghost hanging his Radiant Gun Buddy. I'm noting out every detail out here. I'm just saying. You know, I'm very, very... what's the word for the person who's really into details? I don't know. But we're going to be seeing them push into the A side. A lot of utility is there from the Cypher. That is going to be B2. But they're going to fall by giving the whole side to them. The Astro utilities are going to be popping off there. There's so many smokes there. B2 is going to be lurking inside, but he's going to be losing 30 HP. That's going to cause him to fall back. Shivi going for the plan, and the first retake for the match is on. 5 versus 5 scenario. It's going to be an epic retake, if I'm being honest.
5 versus 5 could just be good. Poor old Ember gets second by a shock dart. That's going to be good. Cactus is going to be the one to shut him down almost immediately. That's going to be strong for his end as well. But now Cactus, he's going in for a dash. He's going to be able to get himself into a good position. But Cactus, he needs to hit the shot, man. Poor old Cactus, he panicked. He's not going to be able to survive that Scargot. Instead, it's going to be good for 2 kills. Kohli's going to be able to shut down Logista at the bare minimum, but Knight Rider shuts down Dominic on towards the back end. And poor old Kohli, what do, man? You got the Skinergy on your side, but you don't have the kills to work with. Kohli is trying to survive, but there's nothing that he can do. Shivi instead is going to be the one to shut him down with a couple of bullets to his forehead. And Knight Rider, 1 HP and a dream. He's going to be able to live the dream beautifully.
Yeah, the dream will live on. The dream to have Spectres on the second round will come true for the side of Godparticles. They're going to have the 4-man Spectre coming in. Shivi going for the Ghost. I think he's trying to save us some money for the Operator. We'll never, unless we see the third round coming in. But FPS are going for a bit of a buy. We're going to see a Marshal coming out of Cactus. Usually they go for hard ecos, maybe all pistols. No armor at all. That's there, but they are going to be spending a bit of money. Even if they lose this round, I feel like maybe the side of Cactus is going to have to buy half armor in the next one. Because obviously, me buying the Marshal every round, I have an idea of how much money you need to spend in the third round coming in. But yeah, regardless, the Astro Stars are going to be lining again. It's going to be A side for the side of Godparticles that they're taking. They established map control quite easily, but Scar God, he's going to be a bit too greedy. He's going to get one to Kohli, but Dominic, as he pick up the Spectre, the shock darts are going to be there. And the smoke, he's going to find a double. 2 versus 4, picking up the Marshal Cortez. Okay. Lands a headshot with Shivi. What is happening here? Logi's going to get a trade onto B2, but it's a 1 versus 3. What's he going to do?
Oh, he's looking for it, man. The Knight Rider's like, oh, let me get a free backstab on you. Cortez doesn't even know what hit him. 0-2 on the scorecards now, ladies and gentlemen. Rounds are going in their favor really beautifully. But in a way, I don't really know what to expect here. Because you know that I never really judge a team by their first round. I don't judge a team by their pistol or their anti. Because, yeah, you can win it, you can lose it, but right at the very end, what really matters, it's going to be the gun rounds. And now with the first gun round coming on down through for the side of FS, are they going to be able to perform? Or will they falter under the pressure of the bonus from the side of Godparticles?
Winning a bonus would be huge, though, for Godparticles. They do have a couple of rifles. Those could actually come big this round. Nice.
Logistus, rocket my crosshair, man.
What? He's gonna dink Cactus. He's gonna be less than half
Cactus,
HP.
man.
He doesn't know what hit him there. He just dashed away. Kohli, meanwhile, will be tagged up. Not sure how he got tagged up. Was it the counter Sourdone? I'm not sure, but we're gonna see the Trailblazer coming in. Will tag him. He's gonna be brought down to some low HP. The dogs are out indeed, but it's gonna be Knight Rider.
Oh, no,
he
Knight
dashed
Rider.
in, but Kohli's gonna win that gunfight. He did have in Logi, but the flames through the fire and the
Down A.
Kohli with the follow-up onto Shivi. 3 versus 2 scenario. Ember, he's not really stopping, but through the smoke, stepping out Cortez. Trades is there from Scargod, but 1 versus 2 spots Cortez. Can he get that shot in? He does. 1 versus 2 picks up a Phantom. Can the power of Zed help him clutch this round?
Zed should be giving him pretty much everything. Scargod is in the better position. Scargod should know that he's going to be swinging out. He's going to be able to send himself under help. Here comes the Seekers as well. He knows exactly what's up, but Scargod! You didn't need to go in for a swing, man. You could have just waited. You had a flash. Once again, he thought that Dominic would not be ready for it, but the fact is, you used your ultimate and you gave away information of exactly where you were holding and the fact that you were going to be going in for a swing.
Yeah, maybe
That's a sad
he
story
didn't
right
really
there.
know that he pushed up that close. That could be an issue, but as soon as he got information from the dogs, he should be aware, and maybe he could have changed up his playstyle. But yeah,
Dogs or cabbages? That's a cabbage.
Okay. All
Call
right.
it a cabbage.
Yeah,
It's not a
fine.
dog.
It's fine. It's a cabbage. It sort of looks like a dog. It looks like a bit of a wolf, but fine. We'll call
It's a cabbage.
We'll call it a cabbage. We'll call it a cabbage. I mean, just because you see
Guy's a
cabbage doesn't
farmer,
mean it
man.
has to be cabbage. Oh my god.
It does. It is a cabbage. Everyone calls it a cabbage. This guy's a
Okay,
farmer. Okay, no, she's not a farmer. Actually,
She's Australian. That's what she is. But yeah, she.
all of the Australian people in the chat, or the people who actually live in Australia and want South Asian esports, I am sorry, but Kirito's absolutely
Dude,
mean.
I'm not mean. She's actually Australian, is she not?
She is Australian, but you're
So-
calling out Australians to be.
I'm not
weird.
calling out props to Australians, but dude, if you're offended by that, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean
You're
any
very
offense. I don't know.
offensive, Kirito. Very offensive.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't see my problem, but I'm sorry. Okay, but regardless, it's gonna be an A hit from the side of Particles. 3 players are there. Scargod with the Trailblazer. It's only Kohli holding on to that, and he's gonna. Cactus backside. Tags are gonna be close enough. Scargod will get the frag. Knight Rider with 1 onto Cortez as well, destroying the run it back. Site is all theirs. Ember going for the spike plant. We might see the 3-1 scoreline coming in. FS do have some weapons, but again, not much utilities for the retake, and it's a 3 versus 5.
Taking that
Good
back.
play from their side, but at the same time, Dominic, he's looking to get a little bit of damage done on his own accord, but he's not going to be able to find out much. Slow and steady wins the race. They need to try and go in for a couple of kills. The set Bulldog's going to be good, but not that good to try and go in for that kill. Cortez, he swings out and then he sees 4 players and he's like, nope, we ain't doing this anymore. I'm going to walk on away. I'm going to save my Vandal for another rainy day. 1 and 3 on the scorecard's going to be coming on down in, and 2 guns saved for the side of the best.
Oh, they're hunting. They're going for these
Oh,
guns.
wait, that's a 5-man.
That's an army coming towards you, Cortez. Oh no!
Player standing.
They don't clear the angle! He finds 2 frags. Cortez got taken out, but so does his other teammate. That is gonna be some relief to their economy, but overall it didn't really help them that much. Meanwhile, Godparticles. Oh, and that actually hurt them. That actually hurt them.
Too much.
Loki will get a drop. They can still go for weapons, but yeah, that definitely hampered their economy. If they win this next round, it's gonna be back on track, which they might because FS are on an eco. But yeah, a bit careful next time about checking the angles, guys. Knight Rider. If he got 1 more frag, that could have been actually costly. Oh, Kohli.
Oh,
Not
poor
in
old
this
Kohli,
lifetime.
man. That's just sad right there. You know when you're playing a ranked game and stuff like this also happens to your guy? He's like,
Wait.
bro, you're like,
All
he's
right.
like, bro,
Okay,
I just
wait,
am
wait,
walking down here.
Wait.
What?
If you're hearing me, Godparticles, end this round before 1 minute. End this round before. Yes, there we go. Nice.
Why?
They heard me. Because you're talking, I'm looking at the map, and they're just, the frags are just going and going. I was like, wait, it's not even 1 minute. How quick is this round?
Forget
And I'm
about
like,
the 1
okay.
minute, 1 minute 30 seconds. That's how fast that round was. I don't think it even crossed the 1 minute 30 second mark.
No,
This was
it did. It was like 1 minute 6 or 5 seconds. But yeah, they did it before we hit the 1 minute mark. So yeah, they did it in under 30 seconds. So it got particles. That's just the power of an anti-ego.
Yeah, that's how they're making it all work. That's how they're just able to do it. And Godparticles, they're just feeling themselves. Just know what's up. They know what to do here as well. The executions are going to be strong. They know exactly where to run.
Oh
and
my
Knight Rider
God.
just gets a freebie. That's what you call the freest kill of your entire life. He got caught out by a Sky Flash. There's nothing more that you can do there. Knight Rider a little bit too overly aggressive from his own accord, but it's fine. Nothing to really worry about. ScarGod gets caught out. A dangerous position for him to hold. He's gonna get caught out here, but it's completely fine. His teammates are gonna be watching him as a backup. Coley's gonna be the one to take down ScarGod at the bare minimum, sending it down over to a 3 versus 4 situation. Still, Logista and Ember, they're holding down the forts beautifully. Ember, he's walking up, and as soon as this cage goes down, he needs to be good for 1 kill, but he's not gonna be able to go in for it. B2 gets another freebie on towards the side of Logista. Shivi's gonna be good for 1, but he's not gonna be good for 2, I don't believe so. He's just gonna wait, he's just gonna chill, and Cortez is gonna swing out and slap a couple of bullets into his body to send him back home. 2-4 on the scorecards here, ladies and gentlemen, and FS, they're finally fighting back.
Yeah, couple of rounds for their favor. It's gonna be 2-4 scoreline coming in. But I gotta say, I mean, Godparticles, they still are looking strong. It was a little bit, I guess it was a bit of Knight Rider's fault there for going a bit over aggressive. We got another frag there and then died. Oh, fine, no problems. But after that, his team started to topple down. They were getting a frag, but the trades weren't there. And I gotta say that entry from Garage was absolute perfection coming out. Knight Rider coming out in forward, dashing in front, distracting the enemy. Meanwhile, sorry, not Knight Rider. Why am I saying Knight Rider? It's gonna be Cactus dashing out and then distracting the enemy for BT to get that frag. And really well played. But yeah, they're gonna have enough money to go for another buy. Cactus.
Oh my god, Cactus!
Though, but okay, that was
Who needs
a
a gun?
hard shot. The drone coming in from Kohli, that's gonna allow Cactus to go and pick up that gun. Now this is gonna be a gun round, 4 versus 5. All ARs in their hands.
They have a lot to work with here, but at the same time, FS, they cannot get too comfy because Logista is trying to break into their garage, doing a couple of renovations. He's gonna be that scammer that you don't want inside of your house, but it's completely fine. Nothing to really worry about. And yeah, B2, he just calls the police, gets a gun from them, and just slaps a couple of bullets into their body. Ooh, good shot from Ember, but Phantom versus Vandal, Vandal's just better.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do if you're Shivi now? What do you do? I mean, Cactus got taken out, but yeah, he's going for that peak. But oh, Dominic so clean and precise, even from that tight of an angle, he's gonna get that frag. And 3-4, they're 1 away from equalization. And meanwhile, Godparticles' economy is gonna be shifting a little bit towards the bad side. I mean, they have guns now, but they're definitely not gonna have them in the next round unless they get at least 4 to 5 frags. They need to get the spike down as well. Even then, they're going to be struggling a little bit. But yeah, overall, I feel like FS winning this round will not only allow them to equalize, but they're going to be able to actually get the lead as well, considering we might see an eco coming out of Godparticles after this. Shockguard lineup's coming in. That's a lineup I actually use. I know that lineup. Oh my god, I feel
You are
so
not
relevant.
a Sova player. You are not.
I am not,
Sova.
but I mean,
You watch too many professional games.
Dude, I know that lineup. It's similar to a recon lineup.
You are not playing Sova in my games. I would rather have you on an Omen. If I have
there's
you on a
nobody
Sova because
plays
your droning
smokes.
droning skills
okay.
are horrible. I
God.
will never play that
You
with
didn't
you.
have
But
to mention
thankfully, the droning skills are not going to be horrible from the side of Shivi. He's a professional player. And you can learn something from him. Even as a caster, we're always learning to be better as players. But that dog, oh no, who let the dogs out? The dogs are not gonna be clear in this.
No.
Oh my god, Cortez, please.
Can he get one more? He does! Give him the ace. Just give it to him.
Well, the dogs were let out, but the dogs are not going to be cleared everything out. Khalil, he's going to be good for one, and B2 is going to be able to finish up the last. But oh my god. Dude, the drone didn't clear him out. Cortez nearly whiffed every single one of his shot. If Night Rider just whipped around and snapped him. God, that would have gone on Reddit.
Enemy remaining.
Oh man, that is. Oh god, you gotta check those angles, guys. Come on, why are they making those mistakes? And I mean, obviously, the first time they made it, it was fine. They had money. They were going for the economic damage, but look at how that's affected them now. They're still going for a bit of a force buy. I mean, they can afford to do that, but do you really want to in some of these cases? They're gonna be going for those specters. Operator still in the hands of Cactus. Not much value squeezed out of it, but yeah, he hasn't lost it for the last couple of rounds, so they don't really have to reinvest in that again. So that's there. Drone coming out of Kohli will spot out low G, but oh, he's actually going for the peak. Oh, that's a bit risky. He won't be taking much damage from it. Neither will Logi though. So overall, nothing really comes out of that engagement, but they are reaggressing side of Garage though. The Trailblazer comes in. Cactus holding on to that C-Long. Will spot out the drone. No, there's players coming towards this side. Now the rotation should be coming in. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Cortez re-rotating towards this Garage/C side. But the thing is, this is a fake. They're going to be. And Kohli, they should hear that.
Just not going to be able to find anything out of it though. B-side entry's gonna be already there. They're just walking straight in. They don't give like no two dabs. They're going from B all the way over onto A. Poor old B2. What are you gonna run into? He's gonna run into a run and gunning Scar God. He's playing a completely different game to Valorant. This is no longer a tactical shooter, ladies and gentlemen. This is a movement-based shooter instead. They're gonna be moving it down with that Spectre. They have the A side under their control. They're gonna be looking quite good, but at the same time, a 3-stack on the bottom of hell. I like it, but at the same time, it's yeah, questionable right off the get-go. Dominic's gonna be good for 2. He's actually looking for his 3rd. Jimmy's gonna be able to take that one out, but Dominic, he's not gonna miss a single damn shot here. Last person already spotted out. Hot hands are gonna be coming on it as well. And poor old Ember, just go into the flames. Go down to your brethren. He's able to take out Cortez at least. That's fine.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine. 4-5 is gonna be the scoreline. FS, they're gonna be getting that lead. They very so much want it. They're gonna be able to keep their economy afloat as well. I mean, more than afloat. It's flying right now. Each of them have around 6,000 credits. V2 is gonna be a little bit behind on 3, but I mean, compared to Godparticle, they're in a much better state. They can go for a buy this time though. And again, I gotta say, Godparticle, they really need to bounce back here. The match is still very close, but this is one of the situations where even if the match is close, even if you're not that far away based on rounds, some of these teams might start choking because we see good aim coming off from Godparticles, but it's like their sight holds. Like whenever they have a sight, the retakes from FS, they're not something super special, but somehow they're making these work. I don't know what's happening, but Godparticles, they need to make these side holds much stronger once they get the plan down. But yeah, they're gonna be regressing the side of A. We have Cortez there. We have B2 there holding on. B2 is gonna be jumping above that middle box, trying to gather information. Cortez going for peek down sewers. Won't spot anybody because there's a smoke. Goes for a spray. Will tag them. Not gonna be taking any damage himself, other than losing some bullets. Overall, it's worth it. SkyGod, is he gonna go for the flash to check out the flank? Oh, wow, okay. How did that? All right. He has some control on that bird, I'm just saying.
You got the moves, man. He's got the moves, but at the same time, B2 keep trying to pull off something a little bit more different, but still Knight Rider, he's built in a completely different format. He's gonna be able to take down Cortez just as the smoke goes down. Poor old B2, he got the fright of his life, spotting out 3 players as soon as that Cybercade's dissipated. Kohli, though, from the sidelines is gonna be the one to take down Shock Dart, take out ScarGod with a couple of Shock Darts. What am I saying here, ladies and gentlemen? This execution was quick, this execution was fast, and they're able to make it all happen, but at the same time, this retake, it's close to impossible. What do you do here? You don't have utility. You're on a massive disadvantage, and looking at the post-plant positioning as well, they have everything covered. They even have the dart angle pre-fired onto. Yeah, they're gonna be able to break it. No, they're not. One player only gets spotted out, and Logista, free kill for him.
Yeah, I mean, even if that recon hit the right spot,
One
even if it
enemy
hit
remaining.
somewhere they weren't expecting, look at this positioning. Look at the crossfire. Look
it's
at the way
too
they're
good,
peeking.
dude.
You can't really beat that. Maybe if you have a flank. Maybe if you could, have some other utility to draw them out. If the
Maybe a
Astra,
flash.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe a flash.
Yeah, definitely. The flash could have been important there. If Dominic could have combined maybe a Sky Flash alongside with some Astra utility there.
Curveball.
There's so much potential, but yeah, it just wasn't there. The lack of utilities and the lack of usage of utilities lost them that round. But yeah, Godparticles, that's gonna be their first round in a while, and that could start the ball rolling for them. Yeah, they're a team that definitely want to stay ahead. They're gonna be comfortable staying ahead. And hopefully this could be the start of that utter domination that we sort of know they love to do.
I instantly thought that, wait, 1 second, who's already down here on towards mid? And then my brain was processing that, oh wait, it's just them. It's fine.
Aggressive, doing aggressive things.
Dude, it's been a long day, okay? It's been a really long day.
Aggressive, doing aggressive things.
Give me a break. It's
They
been
all,
a long
that's what they
day.
all say. That's what they all
Same.
say. That's what they all say. It's
Kirito,
been-
you're my best friend and also my co-caster.
my
You're
God,
supposed to
that's
understand this.
That's a big assumption. Oh,
Okay, I'm sad now.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna
I'm
stop.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, my
You
best
shouldn't
friend.
really be sorry
Alright.
about this. But you shouldn't really be sorry about this.
Knight Rider's inside. He has some
Yes.
from his teammates as well. That's the kind of relationship. Side to we're gonna get 2 frags. We're gonna get protect Logi. He's gonna be getting the spike down. Knight Rider's gonna get a frag through the smoke onto Cortez. It's like he knew. I think he saw him there. And see,
But-
you're out there, Knight Rider. You're fragging. I'm fragging as Scargod as well, providing you with the heals and flags. See, that's us.
Yeah, that's us, pretty much.
That's us, that's
you are Scargod though, and me, I am Knight Rider just running around in the side trying to kill
Yeah.
everyone. But at this point, like for these pro teams, this is just on a different level. It's like they're one singular person, pretty much. As a unit, as a squad, you can see them just running around in the side. It's with full cohesion. That's what you want in your roster. That's exactly what you want to do. B2, he's trying to hold down a flank. He's trying to see if he can get a kill for himself. He's not even going to be able to get that. Maybe save out the gun at the bare minimum. He's going to be able to do that at least, but that's all that he's going to be able to find. That's going to be 5 and 6 on the scorecards and a possible 5 and 7 because looking at the economy of FS, they have enough to go in for a buy, but the thing is, Cactus, he's not been able to show up here on the map of Haven. And you need to try and find something here. If you don't get your Jet player to figure something out, if he's not able to get any of the kills here, what are you going to do? Jet needs to be performing here. But Cactus, he's just being shut down so heavily by all of the utility being thrown by Scargod and Shivy.
Yeah, we're not asking him to frag out here. It's not like you have to go to have
Have an
a
impact.
2.0. Yeah, have an
Yeah.
impact. Make yourself known. I want to, as I'm watching this match, I want to feel like, okay, oh, there's an off shot from Cactus. I'm not seeing that there. I want the impact frags. And yeah, oh, that was a rough peak, but he went for it regardless. Knight Rider was just holding that angle. He's not, and that's gonna be the end for him. End of his journey for this first half, for now, in this first map. But we still have 4 teammates to go. Another ultimate from B2 available if he finds a body, but they're just not finding the frags just yet. Knight Rider has the ultimate out, by the way. And they are re-aggressing on this seaside. The garage is wide open. Not an ounce of 100 Speed is gonna come in, allowing Knight Rider to go inside Shivi. That's some really good coverage. He won't gather any information, but okay, gets one frag, tags the other as well, and they're that is the communication I want to see. That's the utility I want to see. Meanwhile, this put Raj, how do you
There's
how
no
do
way.
you hold on? There's no way. It's hold on as well. Flawless way to end it, hopefully.
Yeah, Cortez. It's all up to you. Cortez is not gonna be missing this one, but Scargod with the Scar pick. He's just too good. 5 and 7 on the scorecard. Scargod's gonna be able to clean everything up in a flawless fashion. And hey, they ended off their attacking side on a pretty good note, but honestly, it's nothing to really write home about now, is it? Yeah, it was a very dominant attacking side. It's not going to be as dominant as you would have expected it to be, maybe a possibility of a 9 and 3, but the way that the rounds played out, would you say that FS actually had an easy time getting all of these 5 rounds from them? No. Constant
They were struggling.
domination. Yeah, they had a constant struggle throughout the entirety of these 5 rounds that they were able to get. The way that the entirety of Godparticles are able to play all of their attacking rounds. It was so systematic. They had so much map control to work with. And now that they're on their defensive side, I know for a fact that Godparticles as a squad, they love to play for map control. They love to go in for pushes. And that's exactly what they're going to be doing here. Oh my god, Scar God. He's actually peeking mid. He's trying to see if he can find something here. But
Wow,
Knight
that
Rider
is
just let it go.
wide.
Let it go. Let it go. Run on away. Save yourself for another day here. Because here comes the army on down towards that A side. And he needs to be the one to hold them down.
He's gonna be re-aggressing though, and
He
didn't
doesn't
receive a
care.
heal. He doesn't receive a heal. He's right next to him. I think that's actually a smart play in some sense, because I mean,
No one's gonna clear this.
They know they have done damage, but oh no!
Embarrassing.
Free kill for
Oh
Cortez.
god, what is happening with them not clearing these angles? I think this Nitro, the 3 times that's happened, it's been Nitro Rider, right? I feel like, right?
Yes.
Dude, he's not clear. I mean, how many more times are we gonna see that happen? Tez, he's gonna be a bit pressurized in that mid area. That recon does spot out 2 players, and I feel like a rotation wouldn't be a bad option because whatever noise they cut off has been remade because of the recon, and they're gonna be racing on the A side. The rotation is here though. Cactus, okay, Shivy, he's gonna be looking next to the wall. Kohli does find a follow up onto Ember. It's gonna be the Sky coming in. Scar God gets trade. Oh, he does find one more. But that's all he's good for. From the flank coming in, it's gonna be Logi. 1 versus 3. Low HP on a couple of players. All of them are tagged down to quite a bit, but this positioning though, Heaven, backside, Graffiti. The crossfire is gonna be so difficult to pass through.
Yeah, there's actually no way they're gonna be able to survive this.
Oh.
Logista,
Oh, no.
maybe.
No,
You
he's
could
so
pull
low.
off something
So
incredible.
low.
But they're also low at the same time. 1-1 tap. That's all that you need here, Logista. But he's not gonna be able to find anything. Dominic with a fadeaway is gonna be the one to take down Logista. 6 and 7. And FS, they start off on the right foot. Winning out this pistol round will give them the opportunity to stabilize and then bring it all back for their side.
Yeah, I mean, obviously had the chance, the opportunity to do there, but not just the positioning coming out from the side of FS, it was also the fact, I think him watching his own HP in that state definitely does have an effect on your performance in a clutch. I mean, it's sort of, to each his own. Like, if a certain person sees he's like on the ready, he's gonna be like, oh, I need to hit these shots, and he's gonna hit the most insane shots of his life. But and some people are like, oh no, this it just sorts of weighs down on them. Like, oh, am I gonna actually do this? They don't give their full potential. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Round went in favor of FS. They're gonna be going for the Byron's Knight Rider on the Marshall. The only different. Scar got spots out the cam that was in mid. They should be expecting a flank now. Okay, Knight Rider. He's gonna limbo down. But I think they're already expecting that flank because Scar got destroying that camera. B2 does get him to get the frag, but he hears so much noise coming down from window. He should be holding on to this. And I think he's gonna actually have support from Dominic as well. They're both holding and they're both waiting for him to push to be a little bit aggressive. Meanwhile, nobody's on site, everybody's on flank. Oh, B2 surviving that Marshall shot. Concussions coming in to push him out of position, but the numbers, how are they going to win against all these Spectres?
Here.
Oh, Cactus, look out behind you, careful.
Oh yeah, here they come. Oh no, poor old Emperor. He could have easily gotten for a kill, but sadly he's not going to be able to find anything. And all of the players of the side of the defense, they're going to die out to the spike. And you really don't want to die out to the spike, man. At least dying out to your opposition. No, the thing is that they're not going to get an ultimate point now.
Oh,
If you die to the spike, you don't get ult points.
that's, I mean, whichever you want, whichever suits your strategy, you obviously have a game plan. This is Godparticles. They have a strategy in mind. Maybe it involves them getting more money. Maybe they are focusing on their gunplay more than utilities. I'm just saying, I'm not that smart like you.
Dude, I don't mean it in the sense that they should not die at all. They should die to their opposition and try to take a fight, but at the same time, they didn't know where they were. They waited for a little bit too long. They were expecting a couple of exit frags, but it just did not happen.
In a sense, that sounds very messed up. You should die to your opposition. But yeah,
Come on, this is the game of Valorant.
We know. It's a
Game of Valorant.
I'm sorry, forgive me. If you die to your opponents, you're gonna get some money as a bonus. You're even gonna get the ultimate point as well, which I feel like should be a priority for their side. But yeah, for now, they're going to be holding on to the side. They have some guns as well. This is still a bonus round for FS Spectres, but they're going to be aggressing to the B side. I feel like the Spectres are going to be pretty strong if they're playing and holding on to this B side. Because in short ranges, this constricted space will definitely work in their favor. Spots Ember, Cactus, there's a tripwire right in front of him. He's going to destroy that, and they're going to be pushing in. The is on the go, pedal to the metal, and Cortez with the spike plant. Stargott trying to push out a garage, and that's going to open up the flank actually. Now they're going to be in a very difficult position because they can be pincered from both sides. But look at the plays though, look at the Jet. Cactus, he's going to go through garage. And retake underway, Stargott gets the run it back from Cortez. Logi with the follow-up onto Cactus. Water Chaos is going to break out aggressive.
One enemy remaining.
It's all about the cleanup duty now. One by one, they're able to get all of the kills. Dominic's gonna be good for one more, but he's not gonna be good for anything more than that. Dominic, he tried his hardest, but he just didn't have the gun to make it all work. He needed 6 bullets to kill them, while they only just needed 4. They all swung out together. Took him down, but at the same time, getting 2 kills is not really a bad thing because you force your opposition on their own buy round to drop out 2 players. So they're not gonna have proper money to go in for the full buys. Knight Rider, though, yeah, he can feel the pain already. He can see that this man has no money whatsoever and needs to ask for a buy for one of his teammates. They're going to be able to give him something, but at the end of the day, they need to try and be a lot more systematic in the way they are taking a lot of their different engagements. They need to play this smartly. They need to play it a little bit slower because the thing about FS is that as soon as they have an advantage, they know how to pounce on top of it. And that's why it's so crucial that all the members of Godparticles, they play it very slow. They don't allow a single player to go untraded because if you give them a 4 versus 5, FS, they're going to be able to take it away regardless of where you're positioning.
Did Cactus die to a wall, right?
No. He just... Oh, wait, he actually did. Stargott just went in for a little bit of damage and he just fought a random Cactus on the other side. Poor Cactus, man.
Random Cactus. Yeah, I mean, he's not having a good day. He's not finding the frag. He's not finding the Jet. He's doing the entry, though. I mean, that's there in the last few rounds. We are seeing some use of his dashes and utilities, but overall, I want to see him fragging as well. The people who should be leading the charge for the side of FS, they aren't able to do it. And that being Cactus, we're not seeing him get those frags that his team very much needs. But yeah, meantime, we are going to see a couple of players fall. Cortez and Cactus, both the duelists are out for the side of FS. Now the side takes are going to be that much more difficult. They still have an initiator to work with. Foley doesn't land the headshot on a Knight Rider. It's going to be 2 versus 5 right now, and Shivy has an idea on where the rest are. The recon is a bit too early for being placed there. FS are going to be able to wait that out. As Dominic, they're going to set up a crossfire. Knight Rider, though, he's already inside, gets one. Second as well, low on HP, B2, nothing you can do about that. And 9-7 is going to be the scoreline. They're going to be extending the lead. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Cactus and I mean, they just, I mean, they're setting him up, but he's just not hitting the shots. He's not really, I mean, no, I guess it's luck. At a certain point, you gotta guess, but he definitely needs to perform a lot better if his team needs to step up because the Jet is so important here, especially if you're playing in the double duelist. You don't have for the initiators because you only have Kohli there, and unless the Jet is actually able to go in, I don't think any of the other players are gonna have that much of an easy time getting into the side either.
It's gonna be an interesting one for sure because on the 7 and 9, you can already see that the Eco, yeah, FS, they're going to be giving away the double digits regardless of what's going to happen here, but how long are they going to be able to survive is the real question. How long are they going to be able to push their advantage? Because they get a 7 and 10, 3 more rounds to equalize. It's going to be the buy round in the following round. But the thing is, if Knight Rider dies here, or if one of their teammates die, Knight Rider can easily give away that weapon, pick himself up and operate it in the next round. And that immediately just makes the hacking side 10 times more difficult. To go past Knight Rider's operator, Kirito, I need to tell you exactly how dangerous Knight Rider is. He's already really good with his rifle, and then you put an operator in this man's hand. He's like a living, breathing turret. He's like a Killjoy turret on steroids. He just does not miss.
I mean, at this point, you gotta feel like, I mean, Cactus and Knight Rider, they both have the same idea. They're both aggressive But I mean, Night Rider is just hitting his shots. He's got a teammate to get those trades as well. Not saying that FS aren't playing on the trade, but it's just Cactus who's having a particularly bad day today. Even B2 is not up kill feed. He's having impacts with his utility. Meanwhile, aggression from FS towards his A side. Big
that shock
shock
dart,
dart from Shivy. Big shock dart. Cortez, he's gonna be running away. Said like she be like, oh, I did some damage then, I guess. But regardless, Knight Rider, he's on a good position. He's played on this position
Cheeky
before.
one.
Hopefully FS.
They don't know.
should-
They don't know.
They should be clearing this. They should clear this because they have been killed from here before. No, Cactus was down
Timing.
HP.
Oh,
Cactus
no!
finds one more. Oh, B2 gets the trade with
That
Ember
dash.
with the refrag. Oh no, the damage is done. What can you
Yeah,
do?
it's all over. Cortez, maybe
One
one kill.
enemy
He's not
remaining.
going to be able to get it, though. Swinging out is going to be one of the players. Coley, that's actually a really good spray with a frenzy, man. Oh my god, that was a double dink and 2 body shots. Beautifully done from his end. Does a tiny little bit of damage, like a sliver of HP and a sliver of players. Taking down 2 in the grand scheme of things, it's not too much because... Oh boy. Look at the money, man.
Oh,
The entirety
yes.
of Godparticles, they have enough money to even go into retirement.
Well, I mean, in the world of Valorant, how much money do you actually need to go and retire? What do you think? If you want to have a nice house like that mansion next to Breeze, how much credits do you think that would cost? Okay, this is a weird question.
What?
No. Say if you want to have a house in Valorant world, how much would you be willing to pay for it? How much credits?
Okay.
How many operators worth?
How many
Oh.
operate? Okay, where do you even get questions like this? You've been playing too many MMOs, man. You've been playing
No,
too
no,
many
no, no.
MMOs. I blame all of the MMOs, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's not been playing the game he's supposed to cast. That's your fault.
No, we played yesterday, but I'm just
No.
saying, I'm trying to start a conversation here, man.
No,
Saying,
no
I mean, you
operators
never
and no
thought-
houses.
Okay.
No operators
Okay.
and no houses. Okay, but
Fine.
if I have to say, I would personally pay about 6 operators
That's cheap.
for a good
You're
house.
cheap. You're cheap. All right, whatever.
Okay, tell me how many players can actually get 6 operators in a game and actually get a win.
Dude, I mean, I think, six. I feel like if your operator player is having a bad day, it's not a super surprising number to hit.
Oh,
But Knight Rider shot, that was really surprising as well. Cortez, I'm surprised he didn't actually see the head. Maybe it's difficult to see, but I mean, maybe he should have spotted it out considering how long Knight Rider took to hit that, but he hit that regardless. First frag is there. An early disadvantage for FS. Cactus having a 1v1 with Shivy in this A-long, doesn't have support to play with. He is spotted out. The drone still there, gives more information. Jiggle's coming out from Shivy. Ember's going to be joining him as well. There. Meanwhile, the rest of the players are going to be pushing in towards that seaside. Coley through the wall, taken down by ScarGod. Bit of an initiator diff, if I might say. But it's brought down to 3 versus 5. And how are they going to enter the set without the initiator and one of their main flashers? Their only flasher, actually.
ooh, B2.
Ouch.
He's getting a little bit of a haircut from his side through the woodworks. ScarGod gets tagged down to 60 HP though. Sadly, it's not going to be the magic number on his side. He's 9 short for it, but still, he's going to be able to hold at the bare minimum. ScarGod, he knows what's up. As the smoke dissipates, it's going to be looking quite bad for him. Ember's going to be good for 1 kill. Cactus is right around the corner, 2 kills. That's all that he needs, but ScarGod, he just casually swings out and gets a 1-tap on towards the face of Cactus. He got caught with his pants down, man. He didn't even know what was up. 7 and 11 of the scorecards, and the side of Godparticles, they're gonna take away map number 1 possibly.
Yeah, the opportunity is there. Economy from FS will not be in the best state. He can go for a buy this round, but they're gonna have to actually sacrifice some utility. But yeah, this is the gamble again. 11 score line, and that's sort of economy that they're facing right now. You either go for a buy this round, and if you lose, you're gonna have to play the match point with the worst money ever, or you just go for an eco. And the possibility is higher that you lose, but yeah, if you lose, it doesn't really matter because in the match point round you're gonna have some guns. So it's a complicated decision. All right, he actually gets 1. He finds Cortez there. I didn't even thought he landed that shot. Coley does get the trade. Meanwhile, the rest of the side of Godparticles, they're gonna be controlling the pace, but Knight Rider taken down there. That's a big frag as they're going to be moving into C. It's all onto Cactus, who gets a frag onto Ember. It's just slowly turning in their favor. 4 versus 3 picks up that operator, misses the shot behind the wall of the Cosmic Divide. Shavy finds one onto B2. 3 versus 2. Ultimate's available for the side of FS though. So they can play this post plan a bit more, you know, relaxingly.
It's gonna be a 2 versus 3. Logista, he's trying to be the entry fragger while his buddy Shivy is gonna be the one to give him a little bit of room to work with, but with so much utility being given and Cactus on an operator, there's nothing that they can do to try and survive. The Shivy just maybe save the gun, maybe take out the operator player. He's going in for a couple of jiggles, spots out one of the players, but Cactus switches out his gun, goes in for the re-swing, gets himself a 4K, gets himself back onto the board. That's the thing that Cactus needed. He needed a pick-me-up for himself. And now that he's got this pick-me-up, I personally think as though this is where the comeback could happen. 8-11 could just be an 11-11 with a snap of a finger. One more round. One more round is all that they need to break the economy of the side of the defenders. They should, if they're able to do it.
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Absolutely, it's gonna be big because they have been down the pretty much this whole match. I feel like their mental should not be high up in the sky, like said Godparticles. But again, Cactus with that 4K, maybe he's gonna turn around. Maybe he's gonna actually, you know, open things up for his team right now. But a quick rotation towards C from the rest of the teammates. We're going to see 100 spree coming in. Scargod. Oh, doesn't spot Cortez coming in. Goalie still hitting that 100 spree. Won't find anybody. Cortez with another one to Logi. Sends that hot hands flying and actually denies them entry for a quick retake. Garage is still open though. Knight Rider with that operator. Oh, but the spike is going to A. Oh my god. That's a fake and they sold it. They sold it hard. Knight Rider is like, wait. I smell something fishy here. He's going to be holding the angle with the operator. Cortez trying to cross. Will be taken down. And the rest of the players, they're going to go to A. They're going to go spike. But okay, keep your eyes on Cactus over here. He's going to be the lurking jet. I think he's going to go all the way towards flank and try and catch these players off guard. And that player might be Shivy. It's Knight Rider and Ember. They're going for their own flank. This is a really weird map right now.
Who's the attacker? Who's the defender? Who's going where? Who's doing what here? Because it feels as though Ember, he just got caught with his pants down once again.
Oh, he needs info. Cactus needs the info.
They're not able to do anything. They need to walk on away. They just can't. They don't need to take this. Save that gun. That operator needs to be there, and Shivy is not going to be looking behind them. He gets taken out as well, but Dominic, he could be the one to go into the awaiting arms of Knight Rider, but Dominic knows he doesn't want to swing this. He just wants to wait. He just wants to chill. He's not going to risk anything. And Knight Rider is able to save himself an operator, but the thing is, now that he was able to save that operator, their economy is still not in the ditch. They can still go in for a proper full buy, with Logista being able to buy all of his own utility as well. Good plays from their side. They have enough money to work with too. Last buy round. Last official buy round for the side of Godparticles, and the possibility of FS going over to the 10th round and getting an easy 11-11 scoreline. There's no way that Godparticles will be able to take the following equal round. Yes, just as I said this, there's going to be a lot of caster's curses in the chat. Don't really worry about it.
Why you remind me of that? Now I'm afraid to say anything.
There's going to be a lot of caster's curses in the chat. Nothing to worry about. But if they win here, they have it all. They have the equalization that they really wanted, and they can bring everything back.
They definitely can, and that's the thing about FS. Once they have a strat that's working, once they're able to figure out a team, they can very well continue that strat and keep that momentum rolling in their favor. And I feel like that's what's been happening for these last few rounds. It's only been a couple of rounds, but yeah, still, that's very, very big for them. Cactus. Oh, Knight Rider gets the
Knight Rider.
Two though. Oh, where did that happen? I don't even know. That happened. Wait, on A-Law?
Yeah, that's on A-Law, dude.
How did they even see him from there? What?
Well, Knight Rider just went in for a free swing, man. Like, the thing about angle advantages, wait, dude, through the smoke! Logista! Oh no!
What is, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but FS, they're down 2 players. Cortez and B2 are out. That's a duelist and a sentinel. The lack of sentinels.
Yo, what on Garage? Hello?
It's gonna be such a big thing because they don't have information. They're gonna try and push through blind. And Ember, they're just gonna walk. Headshot. And it's all on to Dominic, and looks like Center Godparticles are still very much in this. They're going to keep that lead, and they're going to establish the match point. 9-12 in the scoreline, and Whose fault is it?
Point.
Whose fault is it?
Remaining.
I don't hear.
No. I'm gonna-
Aggressive is awfully silent, right? Just saying.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I was AFK. I was
he
AFK
even
from my microphone.
pointed
I
it
was
out.
not here.
Oh god. Yeah, sure. Okay.
No, I was
if-
not here in front of my microphone, ladies and gentlemen. What just happened, Kirito? Can you fill me in? What happened in the last round?
Yeah,
Because
you,
I
you
didn't expect.
destroyed the dreams and hopes of FS. That's what happened. But yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I don't. That doesn't ring a bell. Man.
Match point, potential win round for Knight the side of Godparticles. Good start as Cactus will fall. He had a couple of his moments, you know, going into the later stages of the match. But yeah, when they really need him in these late stages, when their team is down, they need to win every round. Able to shine up there. Instead, he's going to give away an early frag. Dominic is towards to try and find a lurking kill. But yeah, Godparticles is smart enough to not give him that frag. Meanwhile, they will rotate with the spike towards C. We still have Logi, Logista, holding on with the Cypher utilities. He's going to be a bit aggressive, though. He's going to be standing right outside the garage doors. And there are players heading towards him. Meanwhile, Scargod using the birds to some information. That's actually going to pull them away from Logi. They're going to rotating towards this B side, and Logi can push up and get this huge flank, provided support from Scargod. Meanwhile, in this A side, Knight Rider is holding, but there are so many players. They're actually going B. They have entered there. 100 Spirit is there, and this is going to be a...
My God, Shibby! Don't do this to them!
They're in a straight line. There's nothing they can do. Ember gets one onto
down.
Kohli. Keep
Me
your
too,
mind,
can't
there's still a
even
flag.
reload.
Oh, no, look at the map. Look.
Remaining.
Logi easy frag from behind.
Defenders.
Getting the frag on Dominic. Scargod does find one more to B2, and that's going to be the first map in this series, 39, in favor of Godparticles. And man, it's FS. They had a very good couple of rounds, but they just couldn't hold on to it. It needs, I mean, I feel like some of their players weren't shining individually enough, but yeah, that's just what happened.
Sometimes they're not going to be waking up on the right side of the bed. It feels like FS, they're in this type of situation. Like, Kirito gets the reference. That's why he's going to be smiling on this one. I use this ideology way too often, but it's completely fine because, yeah, sometimes you're just not going to have a good day. And the map that you were pretty well known for, you're just not going to be able to get it. But at the same time, this was the map picked up by the side of Godparticles. They knew what to do here. They know what to expect. They are going to be incredible in this map. Godparticles, they take map number 1, not really a surprise. But the thing is, map number 2, that's where the real fun is going to begin, because that's the home map of FS. They're the ones who picked up Fracture. They're the ones who possibly have a lot of different spy strategies to work with. And the thing is, initially when Breeze came out, no one wanted to play that map. But look at Fracture. Fracture, as soon as it was introduced, almost every single team is picking it up, and it's never banned. That's the thing. Why is it never banned? Like, I haven't seen a single Fracture ban throughout the entirety of all the tournaments that I have casted. It's always Breeze. It's always Icebox just getting banned out. No one wants to play those maps, but as soon as Fracture came out into competitive play, everyone wants to play it. It's a little bit questionable, but we're going to be talking a little bit more about that later. Because first of all, we need to try and break down what really happened on the map of Haven and what were the shortcomings from FS. We're going to be heading down over onto the match analysis really soon, but before we do everything I've prepped up there, I really want to try and give a little bit more emphasis to FS to just work on their communication. It felt like no one was really communicating. They were just running around the map like headless chickens trying to see if they can get a fight for themselves, but that's pretty much it. Where were the double peaks? Where were the triple peaks? Nothing like that was happening. Cortez, he was trying to use his flash utility. The run it back was being popped as well, but no one was following the run it back. The Sova Owl drone, yeah, it got one person, but then again, it cleared out a corner and then no one was pushing behind it. No one was there to capitalize on the utility being put in FS. It felt like they were not really communicating together as a squad really well. And they just kept faltering under that pressure, while from the side of Godparticles, they were just doing whatever they want. They were just rushing down together. Triple peaks were beautiful. And as we head on down over onto the match highlights, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see exactly that happening. Constant aggression, constant triple peaks, constant double peaks. Not even a single moment was there wasn't a single moment where you could isolate one of the players from Godparticles. They were always together. If they died, both of them died together, not dying by themselves.
That is a really important factor in Valorant because look at this over here, ScarGod. We see those little hints and tips of FS having the same potential for playing on the trades. We see these players actually holding on the site really well to create the opportunity to have those crossfires. The rotations should be here, and they should be easily able to hold these sites more because now you have more players in the site. Now you can hold on to crossfires, but it just didn't happen. But in those last few stages, and some really good potential from FS where they really did coordinate their utility. They really did have proper communication going into that site take. Look at here. We do see that site. I mean, look at that's the sort of utility and communication you want. That's the moment where we knew that, okay, the side of Godparticles, they're one cohesive unit. We need to see the same thing from FS as well. They need to have some clean-cut communication, the clean-cut chemistry, and that's what they really need for them to go into the next map and win, because obviously Fracture, the reason they picked that definitely because they have something planned for it. I'm putting all my chips on that assumption, but it's not really going to be of much value if they don't have the same level of chemistry going
This
into
one
that
gave me a
map.
heart attack.
Also
God.
Knight Rider, please check those angles. Don't give
You get a
Cortez
better headphones, man.
don't get Cortez any more clips. He's gonna be like, oh, these positionings are so good. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Overall, it's all gonna come down to that team play, and the game of Valorant just demands it. You need to have that team play, and in this level, it's essential. It's absolutely essential because that's exactly what Godparticle have mastered. They have almost the perfect callouts, almost the perfect utility. I mean, they have almost a plan for everything, and once they have the upper hand, it's so hard to bring them down. And now the upper hand isn't. They have that 1-0 score line, and it's gonna take a lot more than usual for the side of FS. Maybe a lot more of that for us to actually go in and make that 1-1 so that we can third map send. But here's to hoping. We might be surprised in Fracture. Who knows?
FS, if they want to bring it on back, they have to do it on the map of Fracture. It's a brand new map. If you're the ones to pick it, you need to be the ones who have a solid strategy and a solid game plan on it. But at the same time, if Godparticles are confident enough to just not even ban the map, then you kind of think that even they're going to be really confident as well. The thing about Fracture in particular as well is that it's a map that does not exist in any other tactical shooter. It's a very Valorant map. Like the way we call Ascent, the most textbook Valorant map. I think that Fracture, one of these days, maybe after a year or so, will be the map that a lot of the future generation players are going to be looking into. Like, that is the map you really want to be good at. That is the map you want to try to play all the time, because that is a map that will showcase your skill as a Valorant player. It doesn't really mean anything if you came from another FPS game, because after a year, everyone's just Valorant players. They're just gaming out here in Valorant, and I feel as though Fracture could be one of those maps that could be the OGs soon enough. So in that sense, it's FS. They're trying to make that happen for themselves. If they want to master that map as fast as they possibly can, I personally do believe that FS as a squad, or even Godparticles, if they want to start picking up that map, whoever masters Fracture first will be a force to be reckoned with throughout the entirety of this year until the next map comes. Because that is a hard map to master.
Yeah, it is.
This map is super difficult to master.
It's super difficult, but it has so much value. I feel like Fracture will be played so much more. Because, I mean, Valorant just does these crazy stuff with their maps. They have maps like Breeze. It's just so open. We have
No one
Haven
likes
with
it.
3 sites. I mean, we have ropes. We have elevators, doors. What's gonna be next? Who knows? We have, I mean, 2 spawns. Like, they're doing stuff that's unheard of, but yet it feels kind of balanced. It's weird. And never in my 100 years of playing other FPSs.
Yeah, play
other,
living in your 100 years, man. Like, you're an old man.
No, I mean, it's just it's term of speaking, right? You got to understand. But yeah, FPSs, they've always had 2 bomb sites. When have you seen 3 bomb sites? We're not playing a game mode of domination or something here. This is plant the bomb. This is where you put the bomb down, you break through their defense. And it's 3 sites, I felt like, okay, there's no, I mean, it's not like I haven't thought of Valorant making it happen. And not only did they make it happen, they made Haven into one of my favorite maps. Like, I really enjoy playing Haven. Never in 100 years. I mean, if my, like, 5 years ago, if myself would hear this saying that I like a 3-sided map, he would slap me. He would be like, "What
Okay.
are you doing?"
For now, we're going to be heading on down over the short break,
Yeah.
though, because we need to set up game number 3. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back with the real shortly with the Dell Futurist Gaming event powered by Alienware in association with Team Liquid. We'll catch you in just a little bit.
On boundaries with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in. Boundaries with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dell Futurist Gaming Valorant, powered by Alienware in association with Team Liquid. We are back once again, jumping straight into the matchup, honestly, as we head on down over to the map viewer screen one more time to check out what map number 2 is going to be looking like. Because after map number 1, I honestly do feel like FS, they're kind of kicking themselves because it could have been so much more better from their side once again. Like, I personally felt as though they could have done so much more. They could have changed it all up. They could have brought something a little bit more different, but that just wasn't the case. Like, FS, it felt like they were just headless chickens running around trying to find a kill or trying to find some
All
food
right, you
in
gotta
this
stop
case.
saying that. You gotta stop saying that.
Come on, what kind of reference do you want to use? Like a baby running after candy?
No, okay. They were just they can be compared to a person who just lost their way. They were a bit confused.
Or a
They
blind
didn't
man walking
really.
into a
Oh
bar.
my god! Right. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. I mean, how would a blind man even? What would he even do?
Walk into a bar, man. Just think about the terminal. Okay,
No,
you're
no,
not
no,
gonna. No. We're
We're
not
gonna go
going
into
there.
the match. We're gonna go into the match. They made some mistakes. They didn't really play with their utility. They didn't play coordinatedly enough because, yeah, as you said, communication issues were there, and overall, so many problems to fix. But I mean, to the upside of the coin over here, we're going into their own map pick, and that's Fracture. So, the fact that Fracture being this new map, and this is one of the earliest plays I've seen with it on a professional tournament. I mean, a lot of teams are learning this, but I feel like FS, they're one of the first to actually pick it up and confident enough to go with it against even a team like Godparticles. So that's actually really huge on them. But I'm really interested to see. We did have a talk about this before going into the matchup,
Breach is
but I
really
really want to see what agent selections they're coming up with. So yeah, again, what are your thoughts about this?
the agent selection is exactly what I predicted. Breach must have pickup, must have on the map of Fracture just because of how beautiful the angles are. Personally, do you know why I say that? Breach can place a flash on one single wall and it will cover the entire side. There's nowhere that you can hide. That's how good Breach is. And that's one of the main reasons why I personally believe he's going to be a really good pickup. Then, okay, you're just saying that, oh, Breach is just good with flashes. What else is going to be good at? You have a fault line that can cover 3 different angles all at once if you angle it down properly. And then you have your Aftershock that can insta-kill people or force them out into the complete open because there is nowhere to hide from it. Breach is built for this map. And if you think that there's going to be a Breach meta, it's because of the map of Fracture. And that's why both of these teams, they have picked it all up. But at the same time, I would say that the double initiator composition from the side of Godparticles, I don't know how much I like that, but without a Sova, I don't know. The Breach and Sova would make a perfect sense to me, but a Breach and Sky on Fracture, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, nothing else to say but wait and watch. But Ember,
Double controller from FS though, man.
oh, they don't see him. They do clear out the angle, but the frags are gonna go in favor of Godparticles. I got 2. Ember's flying 1 onto B2 before dying. Only 1 going in their favor. Dominic in the meantime from underpass. No, that exists. And I just forgot that exists, if I'm being honest, because no one else was really watching. And unless you really push up that other end of B, you're not really gonna watch the person go into the tunnels. That's exactly what Knight Rider is doing right now. It's a 3 versus 2,
Shot is
but they have
clean.
they have the spike control now. They can pick up the spike and they can go to A, which is very much empty. But here's the Cypher utility. Loki, he's in the B side, but he can still use his utility from A. But here comes the
Oh, here comes the Avengers! Mission Impossible, baby! But Mission Impossible is not gonna be happening today. Headshot instead is gonna be the one to put a damper on those plans. And it's gonna be an instant rotation down towards the other side. They have the A for themselves. They can get the spike plan down, but still in a 2 versus 2 situation. And you gotta remember something. Look at what's on the other side. There's a Breach and Shimmy just gets a freebie for himself. He wanted to try and go in for a plan, but he's not gonna be able to find anything. An headshot, poor old body. What are you gonna do, man? He's gonna die. He's gonna get pulled into the open. He's gonna get blinded by the light as well. Logista just puts him out of his misery. Just puts down the poor old guy with a couple of bullets to his head. My
was
gosh,
blinded by the
Shimmy.
lights. He was pushed out by the lights. He even turned into the light in the end because the effects of the sovereign skin. But regardless, Breach. I mean, I know you were talking about this. That Breach was made for this, man. I was like, okay, I get it. But yeah, after that round, it was a pistol round. The guns weren't there, but I should have Breach was huge. I want to see the same stuff coming out from Shivi as well. But yeah, so much rotations in this map. I mean, I gotta say, Godparticles, they got a bit lucky that they rotated to A, and both of the players from FS were there. They could have easily gone back to B. They could have cut off some noise. They had a lot of time to work with, but oh, headshot with the classic gets the frag. So does Cortez onto Ember with his frenzy. Stargod does get a trade, and with the Spectre, he has the advantage. Running out of bullets, so has to pick up the classic.
Spike planted.
Gets it.
No, this is not
Meanwhile, from
happening.
the other end of B, they're gonna back is versus 2 scenario. Oh, the off-angle peek from Cortez.
Ooh,
The frag is there.
Logista, he catches him down with his pants down, and now, ooh, Coley, he's just gone.
Flash.
There's nothing that you can do. Here comes the aftershock as well. This is what I mean. Breach is just so good. He's just so beautiful as a character. There's no way you're gonna be able to survive this guy. And Coley, he gets a taste of his own medicine. 2-0 on the scorecards right here and right now, ladies and gentlemen. They're making it all happen. And once again, it was a really good eco round from the side of FS, but it's primarily because of a couple of missed shots and a really good amount of movement plays being made by Headshot.
Yeah, absolutely. But I gotta say, I mean, the side of Godparticles, if Shivi had some more better weapon there, maybe he could have actually pushed out aggressive, because with the recent buffs and everything, Breach, he has a lot more potential to be more of a solo agent. Before that, his sole purpose was to set his team up with those flashes and utilities, but now with the buffs, he's a lot more dependent on himself. He can play those for his own needs and everything like that, but he definitely needs a better weapon in those scenarios. But for now, 2-0 scoreline as we begin the third round. Godparticles in the lead. Logi yet to die with the Cypher as well. Knight Rider, the one with the duelist, he's not gonna get the frag. Instead, oh, Shivi through the smoke gets the frag. Knight Rider with the follow-up onto Edge shot. Spike is dropped but picked up again. The dog with the bite. That's gonna leave a mark there. V2 does get a trade, and so does Cortez. Shivi is still alive. He's gonna get one more. The trade is coming left, right, and center from sides. It's 2 versus 3 in favor of Godparticles, and the Spike is making its way towards A. But Loki, you have the utility there. You can just check the cameras. That's exactly what he's doing. And with that breaking of the cam, they should know that the A side is for the taking. He has a tripwire there as well, and that's a big one.
Careful now.
That's a big tripwire, and there we go, information.
They're making it all happen for themselves. But the thing is, at this point, how do you want to bring it all back? How do you want to keep the ball rolling on your court? Do you have no map control on your side? You got the spike plan down, but look at all the members of Godparticles. They're slowly but surely making their way up, and Chivy, he's that boogeyman that you really don't want under your bed. He's trying to touch your feet!
Oh.
And B2, he just... Man, I feel bad for him. Like, where do they go? I have no idea. It feels like FS, they're out of their element. This is the attacking side. Fracture. Fracture is known to be a very attacking favorite map, but it feels like FS, they have no idea where they want to go. They need to commit to a side. They cannot go in for constant over rotation. That's not how Fracture works. Yes, you can go in for rotations. Yes, you can play for the picks, but at one stage, you need to go into the side together as a squad. You need to make a decision. And it feels like FS, they're so indecisive.
It's such a difficult scenario to be in, if you're FS right now. And on the attacking side as well, they should have, I mean, a lot more dominance while pushing into the side. Retakes are another things, but I mean, while attacking, while pushing into the side, you have 2 ways of entry. You can even send a lurker in. But that's not just going to be working in their favor right now. Shivi with that breach. Oh, he has so much better ideas how to play those utilities on defense. He will be flashed. He's forced to fall back from that door. Knight Rider with the operator does find a frag onto Cody. That's one breach down. Dominic with the trade onto Shivi. That's the other breach down. Bit of an unexpected match there, but Knight Rider, oh, another one to Cortez. That's another duelist away for the side of FS, but oh, look at this positioning. Oh, up in the face of Dominic, he's still gets it.
No, Dominic just wanted a hug, man. Dominic just wanted a hug, but Knight Rider, he just hates hugs for some reason.
Run out of bullets.
Get the ace, man. Knight Rider just want one bullet. Give it to him.
Oh, Ember, why?
No, dude, I'm sad. I'm really sad. Knight Rider's also like, Ember, where are you? Where are you? You're not supposed to do this to me, man. You're supposed to let me live in the limelight, but... yeah, that limelight's gonna turn into a candlelight now. And it's also gonna get blown out by Ember, which is a little bit ironic at the end of the day when I think about it. But that's gonna be 4-0 on the scorecards, and another round on the board for the side of Godparticles.
I gotta say, before we even talk
about my references.
Oh no, I'm just trying to figure out here what FS should do in this buy round, because they have to get their first round on the board, and you're out here with the references. Oh my god.
I mean, hey, you know I love my references.
That's just, I don't know, man. We see Knight Rider aggressively pushing on from B main. Which B main, I don't know. I have to press M for that, and apparently it's the B side of B3. Okay, So there is a tree there, that's why that. But meanwhile,
Spike down
Scargot,
A.
alright. He's gonna find
3
two
kills on
Cortez and
Dish.
Kohli. And the cabbages are gonna come out. I didn't say dogs.
Yes,
It's gonna be the cabbages.
You're
Knight
learning.
Rider, he's gonna spot two players from the other side of A main. That is gonna, and they're gonna be pushing out to him. The Seekers will confirm their positioning. And Knight Rider, oh, he was ready for the peak, but B lands shot domes him. B side is looking quite empty. Has some Cypher and a utility though. And both the agents can utilize those utilities even after being far away. But they have okay, just realized they have control of the Spike and Dish. Now they can play this a lot easier, but Scargot, oh my god.
It's a beautiful
What is
position
that
to work with.
positioning? Oh, misses
Oh
the
no!
brought down to
Oh,
2
he's dead.
HP.
Good
Gets
night,
one
Scargot.
hit. Oh, he gets.
Remaining.
Okay, sure. Not
Back
good
to back-
night. Now
back to back
it's time for
4Ks.
release.
Let's go.
I don't think he's gonna get the ace though.
30 seconds.
It's just not
left.
gonna happen. Scargot's like telling them, boys, I want an ace. I want an ace. Give me the ace. I want to post this clip on my Instagram. And hey, we could post this clip on our Instagram as well. Make sure to check us out. All of the socials down below in the description of @ the Esports Club. And hey, as you are down there, make sure to check out a lot of deals from Alienware. Because if you want to get yourself a good laptop, Alienware got you covered. But moving on down over into the match though, Dominic, yeah, he's just gonna save his gun. And poor old Scargot, he's not gonna be able to get his ace.
Oh, I mean, 2 4Ks in a row to potential aces, but I mean, win rounds regardless. I think they'll be happy enough with those. But yeah, I mean, the economy of FS is just gonna keep going down. They're gonna have some money to work with. They have a weapon already, so they can go for a bit of a buy. It's gonna be B2 with the other Vandal to go into the next rounds. Rest of them, I'm not really sure if those weapons are gonna work out, or at least not really impact that much. But meanwhile, I mean, what are FS gonna do right now with this eco? They have some damage, but is it really gonna affect Godparticles in the end? The next round. I mean, they need to get at least, I think, 3 frags here. But even after that, I don't think it's gonna do substantial damage.
It's just one of those things. How do you want to bring it all back? How do you want to approach the round in the following matters? Because it's a 5-0. It's gonna go into a 6-0 soon. How do you want to bring this team back? FS, their backs are against the wall, and if they want to go in for a comeback, they need to do it now. It feels as though Kohli, he's just out of his element. He has not played Fracture as much on a breach. He doesn't know the angles he wants to take a fight with. It's just causing a lot of issues. It's not what you would expect, and they're just dropping like flies constantly all over the place. Scargot gets another kill onto Headshot. Logista's gonna get one, and Knight Rider as well with the Operator. And it's just all up to Cortez. A flawless run on the cards, and Cortez, he's good, yes. Maybe just for one, but to get any more than that, he's not even gonna be able to do it. Gets spotted out by Logista, and Logista knows. He doesn't want to swing, he doesn't want to peek. But he does want to give a Mission Impossible stunt. Looking on towards the side of mid. They're coming for him, Cortez. His feelings are getting toyed with, and it's gonna be Scargot to just tap him in the forehead to take him on out. Scargot with a Scar peek. He's gonna be able to end it all the way. 6-0 on the scorecards, and hey, I feel bad for the side of Ember. Ember's like, hey, I was trying to pull off a Mission Impossible here. I literally started playing the music on my YouTube, but he didn't let me do it.
Well, the only music, I mean, regardless of whatever music Ember's inside of Godparticles, the music is gonna be in their ears. I mean, this was the map pick of the side of FS, and I had so much high expectations. I feel like, okay, they've got a good lineup as well. They've got the breach. They even have the killjoy. I mean, we could not get more perfect than they even have the double. It's all should be going in their favor, but it's like they don't really know the map at all. Did they just pick on a whim? It certainly feels like that now, because I expected them to have some knowledge on how to use those utilities in this map. Seeing like the side of Godparticles, they're gonna be the ones the superior idea of the killjoy ult coming in that we're talking about, late positioning in the past. That's gonna force these players to push out. Scargot's gonna be staying in that B side, but all that was a fake. They're gonna be going into the A side. We're gonna hear the Godparticles are like, wait, where's the wall? Wait a minute. And they're gonna realize it's gonna be A side. So many ultimates. So many, 3 ultimates required for this one fake, and now they've set up in the A side. If they don't win this round, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed.
This is gonna be a little bit interesting. They have 5 ultimates. They've already invested 2 to get an entrance down over there. But Dominic, he's not gonna get caught out here. But one person will. Oh my God, they give him a little bit of a hug, but it's completely fine. Don't really worry about it. That's just playing jet roulette there. One on the top end, one on the bottom. Cortez is gonna throw out the showstopper. Peter's gonna be able to shut down one more. Night Rider's gonna be able to shut down another one. This is gonna be good for one to B2. Cortez is gonna be the one to shut down Scargod. Cortez is gonna be good for a second. 8 bullets and a dream. One person alive for the side of Logista. He has no time to even do anything here, but he's still gonna be able to take 2 people with him at the bare minimum. Logista played that beautifully right up till the very end. He's the one to get all of the kills and do massive amounts of eco damage. This round, yes, the side of FS were able to win it, but right at the very end, this is not a win for them at all. Dude, look at their eco. Look at their eco.
It does not feel
at
like
what
they won
cost,
that
man?
round.
At what cost?
Indeed. Oh my God, that was such a round. So much chaos going in there. They threw everything they had, FS.
Time to mobilize.
Dominic's gonna get the Astra. We're gonna have all these ultimates to work with. Let's win that one round. And they won it, but they lost everything else. They didn't have eco. They didn't have anything else. But I gotta say, I feel like Godparticles, they're gonna be pretty decently happy. I mean, even if they lost a round, economy damage is there, and I feel like giving away that one round, it does more good than recover their own economy a little bit. In case one of them dies down, they can actually pick up their own weapons.
Oh my God,
Knight Rider, what are you doing?
He's a literal bouncing bunny just jumping around and just killing people.
Dude, I'm having PTSD from that ranked match when I had an immortal Smurf on the opponent. Just jumping around with a jet and landing these operators. But this time, close up, the jiggle coming out from... Oh, that stun!
That stun was good.
Shot. That was a good stun. He had everything going for him, but just misses the quick scope. Cortez, despite being stunned. It was a Vandal, not a Phantom there. One shot to the head is all he needs. So does V2. Gets a frag on the Scargod. We might see a 6-2 scoreline coming in. Still 3 versus 3. Still Ember has that ultimate.
Spike planted.
Headshot. Now he's in a tough position. Oh, there we go. The bridge utility to push him out and get that frag for Ember.
Is so good.
So good. Just saying. And both players are in that A main. They have some utility to defend this spike with, but not much.
So there, they should know that both players are holding down from the side of A main. Yeah, now they know for sure. Both of them use their utility. That's going to be a fault line from the side of Shibby. Spots out one of the players. And this time around, yeah, that fault line's going to result in a kill no matter what happens. Half-Wit Diffuse coming in. You don't have to worry about that, but B2?
If you want something done right.
Well then, well, Caster's Curse is real. No, Caster's Curse is real. I'm gonna walk away. And
you better be. You better be walking. Oh my God, what was that round, dude? I mean, oh God, it was they set it up for B2 though. That was really well played on. I feel like maybe the smokes weren't the best idea because they have the breach utilities to work with. Not Kohli, sorry, Shivy. He had really good lineups there with the breach as well. But in the end, I feel like the smoke sort of threw them off. They weren't really able to clear and have proper visual on him in the end, but it doesn't really matter. What's happened's happened. B2 does get a clutch for his team, and that will do some damage to the side of Godparticles. They have had to sacrifice one of their players to a Bulldog. But regardless, I feel like the next round they're going to have money to work with, even if they lose this round. But yeah, for now, they're not too worried about their position. They should not be, panicking around. Meanwhile, FS, they've got the ball rolling. They won 2 rounds. Even though those were really close, even though they lost 4 players in each of them, those are 2 wins, and they should carry on the momentum from that.
This is gonna be an interesting one for sure. Knight Rider, they're having a little bit of a conversation, just like we are here on the caster says. But the thing is that our conversation revolves around them just duking it off against one another team-wise. But for them, this is something a lot more diverse. It's a lot more deep as well. They're trying to understand what they did wrong in the last round and what really just happened. B2 just spray-slapped 2 people out of the server. And he's just like casually getting all of the kills. And I'm like, sure, B2, sure. He's going to be the one to do it. He's going to be the one to bring it all back. 6-2 on the scorecards, and they're going to be quite happy. But the thing is, You gotta remember something. Fracture is a very attacker-sided map. You're getting a lot of rounds on your defense, and as soon as you switch over to the attack, that's when the real pressure begins. Will FS be able to hold such dominant force that will be the side of Godparticles on the attacking side, especially with the double initiator composition? Yeah, their chances are quite slim, man. Because on
Especially
Fracture,
considering how Shivi's playing with the breach, man.
dude,
And
yeah,
Nitroid is
exactly. He
fragging
just
as
knows.
well. It's worrisome. If you're FS, you're definitely worried right now. You need to get as many rounds as you can, which is going to be the 6-6, the best they can do. But even after if they get that 6-6, it's only going to need Godparticles for them to keep their confidence up, keep their momentum up, to actually extend their lead, because of the fast rotations, the fast movements, the communication utilities, they're so well built on the map of Fracture. It's all going for them. It's all going in their favor. Even if they tie things up 6-6 for the second half, I've got to prefer Godparticles over FS over here. I mean, I could be proven wrong. We never know, but statistics wise, I'm not really feeling it for them.
Statistically, it's like nothing's really there for them, especially after pretty lackluster game from Kohli. It feels as though Kohli, he's getting pressured into trying to set up everything there, and Chibi, he's just chilling. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna put my legs up on my chair. He's just playing chess out here. He's like, oh, Knight Rider, you go here. Scargod, you throw a flash on this angle. Legista, do whatever you want. You want to lurk on mid, do that.
Oh my god.
It's completely fine. That's kind of what it feels like. And then there's Chibi. He's like that mafia boss running around, just being like, okay, I got a flash. I'm going to throw it here. I'm going to throw it an aftershock. And then he just sets it all up. He doesn't even need to say anything. His teammates are always in position. That's the team playing coordination that Godparticles have. And in a way, I always say that Fracture is a map that relies heavily on these team playing coordination tactics. And the fact that Godparticles have it down to the T just basically means that there is nothing much that FS can do to try and stop them. Maybe if they want to make a comeback right here and right now, as they did take the pause, they broke the momentum that the side of Godparticle had. They have gotten 2 rounds after an incredible play from B2. This is where they need to change. And what can they change exactly? They had a Killjoy ultimate in the round that they used all their ultimates in. Yes, they were able to win it, but at what cost? Once again, they could have just used one ultimate, just one, on that B side, under tunnels, gotten the entire side for themselves, and then just play off of a single breach ultimate for a post. They would have saved 3 more ults that they could have used in the following round right here, right now. This round didn't need to be this close. They are wasting so much when it comes down to their terms of their economy that it's hurting FS. FS, the smallest things matter, especially when you're losing out on 4 rounds together. There's so much more that you can do, especially with the composition that you have, but I'm not seeing any of that. And now Ember just gets a freebie for himself, but oh my god, Dominic, he's mad, man. What was that peek and what was that shot?
It's just the Astras, man. They just make up for utilities with gunplay in certain cases. But you have to keep in mind the side of Godparticles. They are low on economy, but even if they lose this round, their economy will be allowing them for a buy. In the meantime, obviously, if they win it, they're gonna be able to pick up the guns regardless. They're gonna have guns anyways. So it doesn't really matter. But now we see side control established onto the B side. Shivy, that should have been a frag there. Dominic goes for the bomb plant and gets the Cosmic Divide. He's gonna be all the Viper.
They
wall
know
as well
exactly where they are.
Yeah, Shivy, what's he gonna do? He doesn't have any utilities. He does have a flashpoint to work with, but will that go through?
Oh no,
he
Shivi!
found the smallest corner, pushes through, but a little bit too.
Wait a second, there's 2 walls in front of
Did
it.
you hear that?
Oh
Did you hear
god,
that?
they don't
They don't hear it. Oh,
Last player standing.
what?
Dude, there were 2 walls, man. 2 walls. I have no idea what just happened. Both of the Astra put up.
Wait, answer me this. Was Headshot right on top of Scargod? From
No,
that
Headshot.
perspective? Okay.
No. Headshot was right next to Scargod, on right behind the other wall. But the thing is, if Ember placed the wall right in front of the spike and divided both of the walls together, there's no way they would have known that he was there.
That. Oh, okay.
Oh
Strats,
god.
guys. Welcome to the Valorant strat school of aggressive and Kirito. You just put up, if your enemy puts up a wall of an Astra, just put up a second wall near it.
Yeah,
They will
that's
never
straight
hit.
in front of the second.
They'll
No, they're not
never
going to be able to
hit.
hear it, dude. But still, they need to go
Yeah.
through two walls to try and kill you. And if your teammate is holding it down properly, then you don't have to worry about it. They nearly got the
Yeah.
full defuse. A lot of chaos happened in just one round, but I guess it's fine. They're still able to get one more round for themselves. 6 and 3, and the dream of the magic number is still alive.
Yeah, it might come in any time. We're gonna see the breach ultimate being used to clear up the side from Kohli. This is an eco round for the side of Godparticles. Kohli, though, he's right in the smoke. Chibi, does he want to go for it? Kohli now hears the noise of the utility being broke. Cortez and Kohli, they're gonna find those two frags. Spectre goes on the flank, finds one. Can he get the frag? Oh, does significant damage, but not enough. Weapons difference is all the difference. Cortez needs to win that. 6-4 is gonna be the score line. And this is the buy round for the side of Godparticles. I think it's gonna be the final buy round for them, unless of course they win it. If they lose it, I feel like FS, they might just tie things out. We might see a 6-6. But honestly, do those wins actually show their promise in Fracture? Do those wins actually show that they have learned this map? And do those wins actually show that, okay, they're gonna have a far better side while defending?
Defending wise
I'm
now.
not really sure.
Defending wise.
Sure.
Especially when it comes down to their composition, the way that FS actually are playing a lot of their different angles, it's a little bit questionable, but at the same time, Knight Rider, he's holding it on poor old Dominic. He wanted to check out tunnels. He's gonna get taken out.
Oh
Knight
my
Rider with an
God.
immediate quick scope. Knight Rider with a third. You just give the man respect. Show him respect. You do not peek an angle when Knight Rider is holding it with an operator, not without utility anyways. B2. He gets a freebie on towards the face of Logista, and that is a good ultimate being placed by him. Oh my god, Knight Rider, you should know. You should be able to see it. And hey, that's a good recon right there. Knight Rider's on for an ace. He should be able to get this one. Come on. But once again, it's the same guy. It's always the same guy. Oh wait, no. Last time it was Ember. This time it was Scar. But, dude, did you see that? Like, I could see the tippy top head of Headshot because of the breach fault line. I was like, wait, does Knight Rider see it?
Dude, the utilities, man, it's just so good. We're gonna see the round being won by Godparticles. That allows them to actually get the lead in the second half. There is no way they're going in with a disadvantage. The best FS can do is to win this last round and make it a 7-5. That requires them to have that pistol round be a must win. If they don't, it's gonna be a possible 9-4 for the side of Godparticles. But if they do, it's gonna be an equalization 7-7. That's what they want to see. We're gonna see the Killjoy ultimate being used up on the B side, but this time
It's a fake onto A? Oh.
it is. It's only gonna be Headshot.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, there, everybody's there. It's only gonna be Night Rider fall back in the end. They are predicting this though. Look at this. It's really confusing on where. Unsure if they wanted to rotate to A, but Scargod, he's pushed outside tunnel. He's gonna find the headshot on Dominic. Now he's speakers. They're so isolated right now. They're so separated from each other. B2 does find Scargod. That does clear the connection between them. They can rotate back to that A side, where we see Cortez. How is he snuck up there? How has Knight Rider not seen him?
Knight Rider's not supposed to see him, because you gotta remember that, yeah, he's not holding from the double doors. So, sorry, from metal doors at least. So he's gonna get caught out. There's no way he's gonna be able to survive this. Cortez is gonna be the one to shut him down all the CDP. And this could just be the 7-5 scoreline, and a very respectable scoreline indeed, especially after such a dominant start from the members of Godparticles. This is the best thing that you could ask for. Slowly but surely they're making that push forward, but right at the very end, FS, they're gonna be able to take this round away regardless.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, he finds. All right. I thought he'd run out of time to use the showstopper, but he's gonna find one frag. Kohli with the second one onto Logi to end things up, and a 7-5 scoreline. I gotta say, nothing to be ashamed of. It's a pretty good scoreline, a decent comeback as well. But now they really have to step up their game on defense, and they can definitely do that. They have two controllers. They have a sentinel as well to watch out on the flanks. They even have Kohli on the breach. But thing is, those utilities need to come alive. They definitely need to play off the utilities much more. Taking solo fights on the map like Fracture, especially when you're not double peeking, especially when you're forced to actually take more one-on-one duels when you're actually going for information. It's like you either need to have a really good breach, or you need to have a better utility slash aim game. And I feel like the aim is gonna be a lot harder of a fight for FS. So it's all gonna be on to Kohli, man. He needs to step up that breach utility. And I think, especially after watching Shivi, my expectations might be a bit too high. I mean, not even my expectation. The requirements are quite high.
Sure.
Pushing it to
He
A.
needs to be the person that we can just bring in a lot of the hurt here. Moving it down. This is the defensive side of FS, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe they're going to be able to rock something down here. But FS,
Found them.
looking at their positioning, it's a little bit questionable, but I understand what they're really trying to do. A-side's being completely placed on a retake. Logistic gets spotted out as well on towards the back end. Flashes are going to be good, but the thing is, the flashes are going to be coming in a little bit too early. What a cage, what a bounce. The cages are going to be going into the gymnastics really soon. Shots are going to be clean straight through the woodworks, and it's going to be Ember to take down Dominic. 1-for-1 trades. They have the A-side under their control, and Jimmy, he's just waiting with those flashes, but Knight Rider, he cannot miss a shot. If he misses a bullet, it's going to cost him. Ooh, that's a good chunk of damage being given, but still, it's a 3 versus 4 situation. Not really much to work with. Flashes are going to be good. Spotted out one of the players. B2 on the back end is going to be the one to shut down Logista. Ember and Shippy is going to be able to take out multiple. And oh my god, he's going to be the one to do it. Shippy gets a freebie. Oh my god, they've run out of bullets. They're going in for the reload. What am I watching, man? Am I watching professional play? And yes, I am. Because B2 right at the very end is going to be the one to shut it all down. Bring it all back home for the side of FS. 7 and 6 on the scorecard, but a very scuffed round indeed.
What is happening there?
A very
don't know,
scuffed round, man.
I couldn't keep up. All I remembered is bouncing cipher cages. Like, what the hell? I bet Loki was as much a surprise as me. He's like, wait, what? Who is
Hey,
playing?
that
tricks
cipher
on
cage
me?
is gonna go to
I
places.
think there's some riot admin in quarters like, oh, pressing a button and messing up the server.
Pressing a button.
He just nerfed
Yeah,
Cypher
press the
for
big
1
red-
second there.
No, dude, he pressed a big red button. He's like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
shiny."
it's the new guy. It's the new intern. He's out there. He's like, oh, big button. What does it do? It destroys all cipher cages all around the world. We don't know. That was very, very scuffed, as you said. It's very interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be the first round for FS. They're gonna be getting themselves those specters. And I gotta say, not bad utility from FS in that first round. It was a pistol round, but yeah, I loved how they played it. Now we're gonna see the execution towards the A side happening. They completely let it go. Dominate trying to find some wall bangs. Won't really connect much shots there. They're gonna wait for the team to for the rotation to be there. Meanwhile, there is a flank from these two players. It's gonna be Cortez and B2. B2 does find a frag. So does Edge shot. The concussion is there from the breach. Kargot, can he get the frag? No, he got concussed himself. I'm not sure who concussed who there, but Kohli's gonna get a frag onto Shivi. That's gonna be bringing the initiator down. Flashes there as well. Oh, Knight Rider, poor old Knight Rider.
He's gonna get blinded by the light and also get taken out as well. What do you do here?
Hello?
Not much, but Kohli, come
Dude,
on.
Armor,
Yes,
dude.
exactly.
Oh, money. Oh,
Hey, that's you and me in a match. Whenever I play Graze, I always try to throw a grenade on you.
oh, wait, what? You do that? All right, I'm never playing with you again.
Hey, I'm the only one that can carry your butt out of gold anyways.
Don't even go there. It doesn't matter. 7-7. It's all even Stevens. It's all gonna be nice and smooth
Placing alarm bot.
for the side of FS. They're gonna be going for the bonus round, but it's again. I'm not saying the repeat of the same utility though. They're taking the sites, but now with the guns in their hands, we might finally see players like Shivi and Scargod come to life. They have been fragging like crazy in the first match. The utility game was absolutely insane as well, but it's like both these teams, they have the defensive lineup down to a T. Scargod sending that, sending the flash in. Will get information. There's someone on the opposite side of the smoke. Sends the second one flying as well. Doesn't pop it. Sends the Trailblazer. Will spot out 2 players. Even the gun noise there. But here comes the beach utility. Oh, where did they land from?
Hello, Knight Rider.
I don't know what happened there, but wait. I mean,
At
Did
least
Kohli-
the
did
side of
Kohli shoot
Godparticles
that?
get a goal of kills.
did Kohli shoot that? That little aftershock.
No, it was actually an
know.
aftershock from the side of Shivi.
Huh? What? Why was it there?
The thing went through the wall, and someone landed in the back.
Hawk out.
I have no idea what is happening. A lot of
head
confusion
hurts.
on the
My
map.
head hurts.
You didn't have a long day, man. I've been casting for the last 8 hours. Actually, been 9
Dude.
hours now.
Dude, I don't even want to go there. My head hurts. 2 versus 5. ScarGod has information on where they are. Send some spams going through the smoke. Won't find anything. Dominic has the same idea. But now they've known that made known that they're both there. There is a turret to provide some cover, but I mean against 5 players, what can it do? They know that the only place they can go is either to their spawn or underpass, and Ember is going to be holding that. ScarGod with the final frag as well. And they absolutely annihilate the economy for FS. I mean, it was a bonus round. Sorry, I just realized it was a bonus round. They can go for some buys again next round, but that was a flawless round. So the bank of Godparticles, it's gotta be feeling a little bit good after that. They're gonna have those weapons to work with in the following round. They're gonna be able to save up some money as well. Only spending they have to do is utilities. And winning this next round, they're gonna be able to not only get the one step closer to the double digits, they're gonna be sending the side of FS to an eco. And they're going to be able to confirm that double digit, make this a 10-7. But FS have the same idea. They have the same guns as well, except Kohli with a Spectre. I mean, he is the breach. He is the, what do you say, the little mafia boss who's going to be pressing all the buttons with his utility.
Okay, bro, we are not doing that button reference again.
No, I'm not doing the Cypher one. I'm doing the one.
Oh, okay, we have both. Our brains are fried beyond the point of no return, but at the same time, a couple of
Wait,
people are going to be flying up in the air as well.
Wait, that
The breach-
works.
Yeah, that works. Why wouldn't it work?
I don't. Okay. I'm learning new things as we go, but yeah, the side take has been happening. Shivi fighting for his life, trying to hold on. He has support from Logi now.
Oh, dude, the player at Canteen. The player at Canteen. He can easily get a free kill for himself. Where's the freebies? And there's going to be another one on towers. He's going to be able to shut down 2. Cortez, he's just going to be too good, man. B2 swings out, gets a kill on the Knight Rider, and Cortez on the flank. He's going to be able to shut down a couple more himself as well. 3k hit for Cortez. And the level of control that they have, it's an 8-8 already, and it feels like FS on the side of defense. They're making me realize that this map is made for the defense and not made for the attack. Everything that I've learned about Fracture, I'm gonna need to throw it out of the window.
It should be attack though. How is it like this? You have 2 ways of entries. You have the potential for a lurker down mid. If you play it smart, it's a long lurk. But it's happened. We've seen it happen in this very match as well. But how is this being defensive? Is Breach that overpowered that into a defense? I mean, Valorant should be coming up with the agent ban system. If that's the case, if one agent can change the meta like that, it has to be a part of their plans. But Dominic with a nice frag on the Knight Rider gonna actually spell some trouble for the side of Godparticles. It's gonna make their entry that much more difficult. Oh, big nade coming up from Cortez. Will push back ScarGod. Not much damage done, but will push him back. They're gonna be reaggressing on this A site with 4 people. But okay, headshot finds Logista on ramps. He's gonna get him taken down. 3 versus 5 scenario, and they have so much more information to work with now. If Ember steps through this door, they should know all 3 of the players are there. And with the door being open, Ember spotted. Headshot going for the frag, finds one, doesn't. Spray transfer doesn't connect, does some damage. But the breach utility coming in, the flash is. Still gets the frag on the goalie. 2 versus 3 scenario. ScarGod going for the big one. Winning this. Shivi does get a trade, but against 2 players, Cortez and B2 fragging for their teams. Cortez even has the ultimate.
Seconds left.
He's gonna be able to do it.
20 seconds though. He needs to find one.
At the very end, man, Shivi. He's the man. He's the IGL. He's the leader for their side. He needs to go in quickly. He has the spike for himself on B2. He has his phone number. He's got to be the one to call him up and take him back home as well. 8 and 9 on the scorecards, and FS. They're fighting back. The comeback season is in session. And Kirito, I think it's time to get a little bit of water as well, because we could be heading down over to the 3rd map. It's gonna happen.
I mean,
it's gonna happen.
It could. Buy round coming out for FS. It's gonna be really weird economy for the side of Godparticles as well. One vandal for ScarGod. He has the money, he's going for it. Why not? Maybe, sacrificing the armor. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. But yeah, they have 5 ultimates too. And all of those ultimates are so good at both taking and holding on to a site. God, FS are in such a good scenario right now as B2 is going to open using up that Viper Spit on the A side. That's the side they're looking to go for. It's going to be very difficult considering B2. He's holding patiently like a hawk. Doesn't have much support. He's going to have to be holding on solo for now. Headshot is providing cover all the way from their A rope position. As utility space, but do they want to go into this? Oh my god, that looks so menacing. Why are they walking into this?
Dude, B2, how did he get up there?
Knight
Wait
Rider,
a second,
Knight
how did he
Rider!
get up there? First question. And now the second question is that Knight Rider just freely walks into a side and then just gets away with it.
edge
At the
shot.
bare minimum, edge shot. He's going to be that difference maker right here and now. It's going to be a swing from the side of Logista. He needs to get this kill. If he doesn't, it's all over for them. There's no way they're going to be able to survive this. Logista, if he found that, maybe Shivy and him could have pulled off a miracle, but now it's again Shivy versus the entire world. No utility whatsoever. Just a Vandal to his name and 25 shields. Maybe good for 1 kill, but that's all that he's going to be able to find. Reach utility being thrown out. All of them hunting them down as well. Where does he run? Where does he hide? Where does he go? The spike's also somewhere on dish. Shivy? Maybe just save the gun. That's all that he can hope.
He will be reached and he has to fall back. I mean, FS though, they're not really fighting him. They want to save their... Well, their economy is a little bit on the, on the jumpy side. It could be destroyed any moment if they give away a couple of frags, and they just want to save every bit of cash they can get. So that is what they're doing. They're all going to be moving side. The only one who has some money, Cortez, he can easily buy next round. He's going to be staying back to get the frags, but I mean, it's going to be an 8-10 scoreline. FS, are they going to pull it off? They still have 3 ultimates to work with. Retake ultimates also available for the side of Godparticles, but God, it's really being weird right now. I don't know who to pick. FS, they've really shown in the second half, and it might be a little bit too bright for the side of the Godparticles. Okay, lot of breach utility.
Okay, and they're throwing
He
everything at each other.
dedicated his
Because of the
life to that
kitchen
camera.
sink.
Oh.
He dedicated his entire career. He wanted to go in for a little bit of a picture. He wanted to post a TikTok, but he's not gonna be able to. Camera does get broken, but still, Scar God, he's keeping their hopes and dreams alive there for their end. Dominic, gonna be good for 1. He's not gonna be good for a second. Scar God, such beautiful aim from this man. It's gonna be able to shut down multiple. Cortez pulls out the showstopper, not really gonna be able to get any form of damage. I do have to say, Rosalt and a half, but now it's a 3 versus 4 situation. They're not looking that good, but Scar God, he's looking just as good as he can be. Shots are gonna be clean from him, just swinging out and taking all of these fights. That's how you do it. That's how you bring it all back. But now, Cortez, it's your turn. Are you going to be the one to go in and be the difference maker? Are you going to be the one to maybe go in for a couple of kills? He's not going to be able to find anything. Edge shot takes out Logista, but Shivy's going to be there for the immediate trade. Another run on the board. And finally, we can see that all the members of the side of FS, they've been put on the back pedestal, and it's going to be Scar God stepping up to the plate. And he's going to be like batter up and a home run.
Yeah, it's gonna be another round. I mean, I'm just every single time I go second, I'm trying to think who's gonna be the one to get this next round. What advantage, utility, momentum, even confidence. I'm trying to predict the. Okay, he got 2 frags last round, but he lost a really easy gunfight the round before that. How is he feeling right now? Is he gonna win this next round? It's so hard to predict right now. It felt like, okay, FS, they're not looking good in the first map. I feel like they've definitely lost this and everything, but they've turned it around. Now I'm definitely beginning to doubt every choice I've made. Headshot. He's gonna be definitely caught out in that heaven position. And Ember, oh, walking the swarm nade, getting that frag. Oh, his headshot almost runs away with.
I know exactly.
Getting that frag onto him. We're gonna see the retake scenario beginning for FS. They breach ultimate. Cortez, can he get this frag? Oh no, he doesn't. Molly and Kohli, there he comes, the rolling thunder. Is he gonna go for it? He should. That will definitely help them out, but I gotta say, so wide. Okay, two ultimates go off at the same from both breaches, Shivy and Kohli, and that results in nothing. +1 -1 equals to 0. No progress for either side. But
Quick bats with Kirito, ladies and gentlemen. FS, they're like, nope, I don't want to go to bats with Kirito. He's such a bad professor. They're running away down towards the other side of spawn. They want nothing to do with you, Kirito. And hey, FS, it's your fault that they did go in for a try and maybe go in for a possible clutch.
yeah, we never know. I gotta say though, the breach ultimate was good, but again, Chivy didn't counteract with his own breach. Rolling Thunder. Would that have really affected them? Because they were so widespread. I don't feel like the two of them would not be really affected. They wouldn't be even tagged with the ultimate, and they could still win the round. Their positions were so far away. But doesn't really matter. They got the ultimate. They used it up in that round. And it's going to be a 10-10 scoreline. And now this is getting a lot more intense than I thought. Okay, this is going to be another buy round for both sides. A little bit less for FS because they did save that last round. Because of the saves, they have to go for a buy again. All Vandals coming in. Dominic is going to be going for a Bulldog and half armor. We have seen the Bulldog though find its moments in this matchup. Foley using that breach utility, the aftershock to slow things down, won't really find anybody. Oh god, these concussions, Chivy, he's finding those. B2 knows presence in heaven, he knows their presence in the tree side of B main as well. Dude, where does he look? He is in such a difficult position, yet finds one, but there's another one going after B2. It's gonna be Knight Rider getting the trade on. It's still a 4 versus 4 though, as ultimates available for both sides. They're going in again, and the Astro Cosmic Divide comes in from the attackers. The spike plan should be going down by Knight Rider. He's spike down and get his ultimate as well. Is he going to use it as a For now, he's going to be settling for no. Oh, Cortez goes through the wall. Do they read this? I mean, not really. You can't really hear any sound. Corey trying to find an opening to get that flash through for his teammate, but he's going to have to wait.
This
Ember.
close. Oh god, Ember! He's being the difference maker here. Oh. He's gonna be able to shut down too. This is all that they needed, Cody. He's another save for them. What do they do here? Oh, Chivy. Beautiful swing and a beautiful tap on towards the forehead of Dominic, and Cody, 15 HP and a Vandal to his name. He's just gonna run away. Save that for another rainy day here because 11 and 10. They're getting closer and closer to ending everything here. And Ember, he should know. He should be able to get this kill on towards the face of Coley. He needs to swing out already. But Ember knows for a fact that, hey, I don't think I'm going to get this kill unless I start running. He knew exactly where to look as well. Ember should have been able to get that kill, but right at the very end, Coley, yeah, he didn't want to take any risks there. Gets one gun to his name, but the thing is, when you look at the overarching buys that the side of FS have, I would personally say maybe just go in for a save. Overtime could just be on the cards if you just have proper buys here, but if you lose right here and right now, it's all over for you. You don't have any money to fight for that last round. You don't have any money to fight for that overtime. This is the beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. FS, they could just be sent home right here and right now.
Dog tag him. I think it did. Yeah, Coley will be tagged by Trailblazer. Cortez just find the opening onto Chivy though. That's gonna be a big frag as the initiator is down. And Chivy has been so instrumental in these side takes, but oh god, they're so close in the smoke. Coley, he's gonna send the flash flying, but he's not. He's gonna be pushing. Scar God, sorry, not Dog. I don't know. Apologies there. 4 versus 3 scenario. Oh, Cortez goes for a wide peek, but so he's gonna get the trade in there. 3 versus 3 scenario. Astro Ultimate available for Dominic if you use it. To the smoke, Loki, he's gonna be holding the angle, but falling back. They should know B2 is still there. He hasn't rotated. He has a bulldog. Loki's gonna be going to the fight. Oh, timing!
No!
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. He's
destroyed.
Oh, dude, Loki's dead. Loki's dead. Loki's dead. Loki's dead.
Down. No,
Oh,
you
B2, you missed the shot.
You talk too soon. B2's gonna miss his shot. We might see. Less. Oh, not unless Gargod will get the frag, and the third one is taking his revenge. Triple kill for the man. 12-10 is gonna be the scoreline. What's gonna stop him right now? Nothing at all. FS looking like they are gonna fall apart right now. They are gonna not be able to buy their weapons at all. And I mean, what can you say? What can you say?
This is series point, Kirito. No more second chances. FS, they had nothing to their name pretty much. 2 Vandals, a gun from Wish.com, and 2 Spectres. That's all that they have. Maybe they can pull off a miracle here, but I don't know how they're going to be doing something. They do have dish control. They do have B-main control as well from the side of Arcade. But that's it. That's all that they have. They have Arcade to themselves, but what else is there? Maybe they can push up. Maybe they can figure something out at the bare minimum. But Scargod, he's straight around that corner. B2, he's going for a little bit of damage. Gives away his position. And Logista, straight around the corner, is going to be the one to survive. Coley throws in a couple of flashes. He's going to be able to get a kill for himself at the bare minimum. I personally do hope so. But Cortez, the spam was dangerously close. Scargod gets taken out by Coley. And Coley, he's playing such a dangerous game. But at the same time, to try and have a chance to take down the side of Godparticles, he needs to play this game. He needs to be the one to win out on the games being played by FS. One swing from the sidelines. Cortez is going to be able to get that kill down towards the face of Logista. 3 versus 5 situation on the map. 2 players are extremely low on health. But Cortez, he is the difference maker. He's the one trying to bring it all back for their side. 1 round, that's all that they need, but it's just not going to happen. Knight Rider and Shivy, they break it all apart. They're going to be the home wreckers now. 3 versus 2. They're bringing it all back. I think it's over.
All over. Oh, Headshot does have the lockdown. That will definitely make things interesting, but the Astro Smoke will provide enough cover for them to push out. It's not actually covering the entirety of the site. You can see Shivi's going to be...
There's a massive gaps.
Headshot, he's going to be pushing to get the frag, but behind him!
It's over.
Attackers win.
He needed to clear out that angle. I feel like it was a really predictable position, but they just didn't read it. It's going to be a 13-10 scoreline to end things off, and oh my god, it's been a roller coaster. Right, it's going to be the side of Godparticles with the win. It was definitely a series, but yeah, props to them, and it was the map pick of the side of FS, but I feel like they knew the map so much more better. The utilities felt like they were so much more comfortable there in both halves. FS did turn things around, but I just didn't see the same level of information, man. I didn't see the same level of experience on Fracture.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what went down there.
I love the fact that they picked up the Viper. It was a really good pickup for them, but against the double initiator, they just had a lot of trouble trying to go against it. But once again, Coley, he didn't really feel in his element on that breach, and the breach wasn't really able to sink. Like, Shibi was just having a field day. Just as I said, he's the Mafia boss. He's like literally doing nothing, just giving call-outs here and here. That's it. That's what Shibi does, and everything was done by his teammates. And right at the very end, on the defensive side, it was FS being able to show a second win. They got to that 10-10 scoreline, but as soon as the side of Godparticles were able to adapt, they were honing in on all of the mistakes being made by FS, and they used their own utility in proper conjunction to utilize all of the different entry points that they were leaving open. The thing about FS was that their defense had a lot of gaps in it, and Godparticles, they understood what the gaps were because of the massive buffer that they already had when it came down to the rounds, and they were able to exploit it beautifully right at the very end. All the flashes being done perfectly. Scargod just swinging out and having beautiful aim. He was just having a field day. Like, Scargod, he was just not missing a single shot, and you can see it on the scorecard because of it as well. Scargod, 27 skills on the Sky. 27 on an initiator. This guy was supposed to get nerfed. You're not supposed to be able to do this anymore, but Scargod, he just doesn't give a damn. He's going to swing, and he's just going to keep on going with it. So, in a way, when we're going to be breaking it all down for you, the way that the side of Godparticles were playing this, as we do head on over to the match highlights, the thing that FS were trying, I kind of understood it. They were trying to play it very systematically. They were trying to play it very slowly. They were not expecting such an aggressive play from Godparticles. But the fact is, you sometimes need to adapt. On the map of Fracture, it's not about slow, methodical play. It's about using your utility in such a way that you catch your opponents off guard, and as soon as you snap your finger, half the server's dead. Yeah, it's a literal Thanos snap. That's how you should be playing the map of Fracture. In Godparticle, they showcase to us that exactly. You need to use your utility properly, and as soon as you use your utility to go in for a proper execution, you're going to be in the best possible position. Yes, Fracture allows you to go in for a lot of rotation. That's good. But that's only when you want to play a very slow play style. The thing about FS is that their composition doesn't really facilitate something that's going to be super slow. Their composition facilitates a lot of aggression. That's why you want to pick up that breach. That's why he's so good. He turns a very slow, methodical map into something that you can just fast rush aside into. And Holy, he was just not able to achieve that. He didn't have information to work with. That's why they needed a Sova. and not having a Sova just ended them.
Yeah, definitely the lack of those information agents played a role, and I got a feel I think they weren't really expecting the set of God Particles to be this proficient in fracture. I mean, practically we weren't either. We thought that this is gonna be something that's gonna catch everyone off guard, God Particles especially, and they won't be ready for whatever the set of FS had planned for it. But it was quite the opposite. It felt like in the first half, FS they were just not finding the utilities. They were not finding the way to play the utilities. They weren't finding the shots either. Instead, it was the complete opposite. Like Chevy, he just knew where to flash. He just knew where to, put those breach utilities in to let his teammates have the easiest time walking into the site. And I mean, the rest of them played their roles beautifully as well. Knight Rider with that operator, there's a prime example. He's gonna land. Oh god, I remember this round. He's gonna get 3 frags. There isn't. Yep, there he is. Almost gets the ace there as well. But everyone else as well, Scargod with the Sky, not just flashing and getting information, he's also getting those frags. He's top fragging for his team. I mean, we also have the Lurker on the Cypher. He's been playing so well as well. I mean, the utilities, it doesn't feel that impactful in some cases, but I've watched the side of Logi play. He isn't fragging, but the impact.
This is a very questionable round. Well. And what just happened in this round? I'm gonna stop you there for just a second, just to ask you.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like watching this round again on the replays, and I'm still confused.
It's confusion. It's confusion times. It's late. It's confusion
Confused.
hours.
Booga.
Confused hours is in play, but yeah, FS pretty good attempt on the second half. It feels like Breach. It was really good. We see a good transformation coming in. Props to the side of Kohli for turning things around, finding some more value out of his utilities in the second half, but it was just a little bit too late. The gap was just a bit too big till then, and I mean, it wasn't that big, but yeah, they found the momentum a little bit too late. That's what I'm trying to say. And even if the utilities were there, I feel like the rest of his teammates weren't able to properly utilize those in some cases. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They're just not that ready for fracture. That's all basically. I feel like the end result is they need to have more time on this map. They need to learn this map a little bit more clearly to have the best experience, to have the best idea on how to play even against stronger teams like Godparticles here.
Yeah. FS, they've showcased their promise, but at the same time, they really do need to refine themselves a little bit more. But honestly, I feel as though FS, they just had a really bad day. FS, like, we know them to be a roster that can do a lot more. We know them to be a squad that can bring in the hurt really well. And in that sense, I would personally say that FS, they did a really good job. It was not bad. It was not horrible. Yes, on the map of Haven, I would say that it was very questionable. It was actually super questionable. But for the map of Fracture, they were able to perform, but it was just not there. They had a compositional disadvantage. They had a lack of information, and they were just not able to fill in the gaps with their raw mechanical skill. Shots were clean. It was all there, but it just did not happen. But right at the very end, I would personally say that FS, they did a good job. And even though they're going to be out of the tournament, it's completely fine. Nothing to really worry about. They're still going to be able to come back stronger. Hopefully have another chance from possibly Team Liquid, even Sentinels. You never really know who's going to be showing up. Maybe something in the future. It does happen. We never really know. It could happen, but
yeah, who knows?
In the future,
the main objective of this tournament is the learning, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I bet the side of FS definitely learned a lot today from the side of Godparticles. They definitely learned a lot themselves on how they need to improve themselves, and that's all we want. That's all we want, these players to actually figure out the game a lot more better, so that in the future these tournaments can be much more intense. So who knows, in the future this exact match might be happening, and it's just going to be FS. They're going to be a lot more improved. They're going to be a lot more developed, and we might be seeing the third map happening right now. Who knows?
Just going to be waiting for that one, man. But at the same time, this is going to be all that we have for you for today. It was a grueling best of 3 from these two teams. Yes, it was 2-0, but honestly, I would personally say that the map of Fracture, it was not one-sided at all. Team FS, they showed a lot more dominance as well throughout the map. Yeah, man, it felt as though we were casting a best of 5, but it was just 2 maps. That's what it feels like whenever you're casting such a high-caliber game. FS, They played it beautifully. They were able to do it a lot. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you for today. Thank you all for stopping by, and thank you towards the side of Team Liquid and of course Alienware for allowing us to cast this tournament for you all. Because if you want to see all of this jazz on your screen, once again, make sure to check out all the links down below in the description from the side of Alienware if you want to get yourself that new laptop that you've been looking for, or even a monitor. The monitors are a little bit pricey, but hey, we got you covered because a lot of good deals are going to be down there on the description from the side of the Esports Club. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by Kirito, signing on off, and we're going to be seeing you tomorrow with a lot more of the Dell Futurist Gaming event powered by Alienware in association with Team Liquid. Good night and happy gaming.
On boundaries with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in.